Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a terrific Tuesday night. We are ready to go with NXT tonight as it's the go-home show for No Mercy. We got lots to talk about, lots to get into, and so much going on in the wrestling world. So strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel-good, and welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network. Let's go! Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream, and we are the channel that just watches more live wrestling than anybody else out there. And we got NXT tonight. An intriguing show, the last one before we head to No Mercy. Busy week here on the channel. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. Happy Tuesday to everybody else out there. Hump days tomorrow, Friday Junior, the weekend's coming up. We got lots to get into, a crazy weekend ahead. But for the next couple hours, you will be with Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and Mr. Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I'm Big Nick, and my guy, yes, we've got an action-packed, jam-packed NXT tonight. We've got a concert from Joe Hendry. We're going to have a face-to-face between Wesley and Christ, I'd already blanked on his name. The member, Zachary Wentz there, the member of the Rascals there. And we've also still got the 6-man tag match, 8-man tag match between the family and the Quarter Pound Catch Crew.
Yeah, the Quarter Pounders are up and going to do their thing tonight. We'll see how that plays out. Haven't loved the whole feud between the family and the QPC, but we will see how that goes tonight. What does Ren do? How does she play into it? I don't know. I don't know if I care, but I do care about Ethan Page, Joe Hendry heading into No Mercy. It feels like we're going to get, Wesley and Zachary Wentz, which is great. So much to talk about with that rivalry. Did not expect them to break up. Now they're brawling. Now they're fighting, Nick. Who knows? But this should be a hell of a match.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I believe they, at least according to Wikipedia, they've already announced that for No Mercy. So we've also got Kalani Jordan versus Wendy Chu. Did I miss that match being announced for No Mercy?
I think they announced it last week because she's been stalking her, right, and causing problems. So I don't specifically remember being called, but I don't see why.
Fair enough.
Right. But again, folks, welcome to the channel. Do remember to get in that chat, hit like, hit subscribe, click those little emojis, give us some love, massage that algorithm, and we will be here all night long. We're back tomorrow for Dynamite, the fallout from All In as we head to All Out, Nick. Very interesting. I'm sure there's a topic about that we can discuss at some point. Right now, we sit about 9 minutes away from the start of the show. What else is going on in NXT world? I mean, again, lots of rumors. Julia is supposed to be closer and closer each day. What else is going on, my guy?
Well, Stephanie Vacour, and then also there's been the whole discussion, and it's gone. I've seen reports one way, and I've seen reports the other way of the Performance Center moving.
Yep, they came out that, hey, everybody, the Performance Center is going to Vegas. And then it came out a couple hours later. No, it's not.
Yeah, it almost though did make sense to me to an extent of going to Vegas. Of cool, then you're there with the UFC stuff and everything. You're TKO. You're trying to keep everything a bit under one roof and all of that. But again, it to me really never made sense of like you be moving it away from Full Sail. That's part of why it's there in Orlando is because it's close right there to Full Sail, so you can literally have somebody teach them TV. Still being right beside the Performance Center hand in hand, and that wouldn't be the case. You'd be flying talent back and forth to Vegas or whatever. You're gonna just have a residency for NXT in Vegas.
No, but I think the idea would be like you set everything up that you have in Full Sail in Vegas. Like you move everything there.
Or you'd have to move NXT as a whole.
Yeah, that's what the rumor is. The NXT.
I thought it was just the Performance Center.
No, I imagine you'd move and the whole kit and caboodle would go together.
See, I hadn't thought of that part or hadn't really read
Yeah,
that
they'd be
part,
running
but
shows out of Vegas instead of Full Sail.
I mean, it's not a bad idea, but the audience that you're going to get is going to be that fresh out of the casino, haven't seen daylight in about 3 days, got, nothing but $2 to their name, and they just get on a bus to go to watch wrestling. I think it'd be a different crowd than what you get when you get Full Sail of that's been there since NXT's been founded.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a crazy shift. I mean, it's kind of going back to the days when it was in Tennessee or Louisville, and then they moved it to Florida. Now, is this another transition? Again, the story came out, and I thought, oh, cool. And then it came out a couple hours later, nah, we're playing. So, as we always say, folks out there, watch the dirt sheets, watch where you get your wrestling reporting. A lot of bullshit goes around. A lot of people make stuff up. Again, half the time there's no sources, no rhyme, no reason. Some asshole just wants some clicks, and there it is. So, which ties into the super chat from Adam. Thank you so much for that super chat, Adam. $10 in the bank. We appreciate you. When I found Wrestling for Life, I was delusional with the direction of AEW and other channels' coverage. No one seemed capable of being objective. No one of any objectivity. Thank you, boys, for all your hard work. Honest, real, and raw every week. Love this. I love this. This is our mission statement in a super chat.
Absolutely. Like if we could have that up there, like play like a champion today, like that'd be up there. Just a bunch of quotes for everybody. Like, hell yeah, that's dope to can be the first comment to read when we go live.
Yeah, Adam, we appreciate this and we pride ourselves on it. If you're new here, if you're hearing my voice for the first time, that's what we've done here. We've created a complete and utter utopia. We cheer for the wrestling, we boo the wrestling, we criticize the wrestling across the board. We get accused of being WWE haters and lovers. We get accused of being AEW haters and lovers. So we call it the way we see it. We shoot from the hip, unscripted, uncensored, unhinged some days. But that's what we do. We always wanted just to be the wrestling friends you can't get in your real life to hang out with. And again, there's people out there that claim to be reporting, claim to be unbiased, claim to be all the above, and they are nothing but horrible. Meltzer, I'm looking at you. JD from New York, get your head out of your ass. It just bothers me because they know better. They know better, and I don't get it. I don't get why the blinders have to be on. Just be honest. You'll actually get more clicks and more fans. Meltzer, all those people that don't fucking subscribe anymore, you'd get them back if you were being honest. But you want to pound a narrative so you can have your 200,000 and call it a day.
Because they get caught up in the grift. They get caught up in, who strokes them right. Pause on that, although it was intended the way I said it. They get caught up in the whole kit and caboodle, the whole act of it all, that they realize that or start to believe that they can't go back to just being actually honest about shit, that they have to stick to the grift because that's what at this point got them to the dance.
Yeah, and again, if you want to be critical of WWE, that's fine. Just hold AEW to the same standard. You want to be critical of AEW, hold WWE to the same standard. There's stuff that WWE does that I love. There's stuff that you do that I can't stand. There's stuff that AEW does that's outstanding. And then there's stuff like Jericho. At the end of the day, it's disgusting. For people like Meltzer, I keep petitioning. It bothers me every time we go down this road that there's people that I respect out there, like Cultaholic, that will report a Dave Meltzer quote, knowing Dave Meltzer's full of shit, but it gets clicks.
100%. Well, I mean, we can probably get into his star ratings that came out during one of the commercial breaks here because you mentioned Jericho, and there's some ratings in that are just absolutely. They need a wellness check on Dave. Someone needs to put an actual wellness check in for Dave.
Yeah, no, it's asinine, and we're not going to go too deep into it right now. We got about 3 minutes to the start of the show, and I see the line filling up. We will say hello momentarily. Again, thank you, Adam. But yeah, dude, he is using the stars to tell a narrative, and you now know why fans feel the way they do. When you have an asshole like Meltzer who's completely full of shit, you have people then that don't like the women's wrestling in AEW. Why women's wrestling can't get enough love in AEW or get the right amount of time? Because you got a prick like him who takes the second best match of the night and gives it a 1.5 star, and then gives an outright embarrassment, joke, putrid match that Jericho put on and gives it what, 4.5? But we'll get into that later.
Right. I'll just come back to it. And Adam's comment there with MDB's here. Another satisfied customer testimonial from Adam, not 2022.
We appreciate that. We really do.
Right. But got Damien in here. What up? AJH3. What up? Rocco, Eric, Clay, Kadarius, James, JD, Alexis, Rapid Fire now. Kyle, MDB again. Golfer, TJ, Eric, Robert representing Lafayette, Indiana. We got Mike in here. We got TJ. We got Scarlett. I think he might be a new name. Randy Orton, 15-time world champion soon. Could be.
I wish.
How you didn't squish that fish?
Right.
Jake, what up? At 316, did you watch Dirty Dom interview? I don't know which interview we're referring to.
Yeah, he's done a few, so you might have to break it down for us.
Right. Anthony, what up? Anthony's in here. I'm here for TNA, more TNA, and the channel. Well, we might get a good chunk of TNA here. We're going to get Zachary Wentz. We're going to get Joe Hendry. Could we get a Josh Alexander? That's been the rumor. That's been speculated. I think you do it. Hold off to the pay-per-view. But yeah.
Yeah. And Josh has some business to attend to, which we will be talking about as far as Friday goes. Friday is our mega stream, folks. Friday, we are going live for all of the things. So Emergence, TNA Emergence will be one of them. And we will give you our preview and predictions on Thursday night for Emergence, No Mercy, and Bash in Berlin. Yeah, we really do cover more live wrestling than anybody else out there.
Everything.
It's funny because your face didn't move.
Fair enough.
So that was even better. He is a ventriloquist, folks.
James pictures now.
What's that?
I am asking if I'm the moving pictures now.
No, you're all caught up.
Okay.
But you're holding. James, good to see you. Richard, good to see you. Ken, good to see you. MDB Temple's Learning Tree. Oh, hi guys. Oh
boy.
Emergence. I'm pumped for the show. It's going to be a good one. We will be here live for it. There's a glitch in the Matrix. Yes, there is. I don't.
Okay, I think I'm good now. Am I good?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, Bob and Weave.
Yeah, you just got to keep doing this till you're like.
Just keep shaking. As I've got in memory of Sid already starting off, so it is that time. Anthony, I do have fiber internet. I have Breeze Line.
That's hilarious. Ladies and gentlemen, NXT is going live. Get in that chat. Let us know what you're thinking about. Let us know how you feel about this one. What are you excited about with No Mercy? What are they setting up for No Mercy that looks good to you? What aren't you interested in? Let's go. Wrestling for Life Network, keeping it real, keeping it 100.
I paused up on now. I don't know if you're even there or not, or if you're past it.
I'm just on a black screen because fuck my life.
Okay. Well, I'm hitting play and we'll catch up.
I got now.
All right. I got forever. I literally said I paused up on now.
Forever. Dun, 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 dun. Together.
There we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nick and I are dialed in and together. Join us. If you want to follow along, please do so. We're kicking off the show with Fatal Influence, a.k.a. Toxic Attraction 2.0. And here we go.
Absolutely. And yes, it's been firing lately. I know.
What's up, Boston? How you doing?
I like this, though, from Michael real quick. If you can be a fan of wrestling and still be critical of certain segments of every wrestling federation program, 100%, that's exactly what we do.
Yeah, Michael, and I love that. And I think that's what I get mad about with fans. Because A, most of them, if you tuned in, you'd understand that. And two, again, it's like having and you see them turn on their own all the time. Even like some of the diehards, when they come out with an opinion that isn't like with the rest of the tribe, they get mad. But at the end of the day, guys, none of these companies pay us to cover their brand. We want to spread the word. We want to spread the message, but we're honest. We're open. We're honest. We just launched our partnership or our friendship with Progress Wrestling. Same thing. We just not we're honest no matter what, Nick.
Trust me, if you watched our first Progress Wrestling, we are honest no matter what. as I'm kicking off with Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend taking on what's the
Fatal
influence? Fatal influence. I keep forgetting the first word for some reason.
Fatal.
Fatal attraction.
Fatal attraction.
Well, I'm attracted to
Fatal
Fallon there. Yeah, I'm fatal for Fallon.
Yeah. Dirty Dom interview was with Rosenberg Wrestling. There you go. I'm not sure if I've seen that full interview yet.
No, I haven't seen that one yet. I'll just be honest.
I did like Dom on Impulsive though. That was
fucking yeah. Well, I didn't know if you were shadow banned or anything. That's such a great line.
No, but
especially when you come back with the hat.
Are you even
like,
allowed
you did
there?
too far. What?
Yeah. Are you even allowed there? Was the best. And because you saw Paul right away, knew what he meant, and he was
yeah. But that's the thing, is that's what makes Dom so great. Like he's already got enough of a personality in ring, and then you see him act like that outside of the ring, and he's just like a dude you would want to get a beer with.
Yeah. That's Fatal Influence coming to the ring. And I mean, dude, hard to deny what we're seeing here. But Lash and Jakara have been a team for longer, might have more chemistry, but I'm going Fatal Influence.
I'm going Jakara and Lash. Lash has been getting a bit of a push. A metaphor. I'll always be a metaphor. Never met a 10, but I've met a few 4s. But it's interesting too that JC Jane, former member of Toxic Attraction, now has pretty much just made her own Toxic Attraction, like you said earlier.
Yeah, it's funny how, because like she kind of evolved, and it kind of happened organically, kind of to an extent. But yeah, she literally went from like arguably the third member of Toxic Attraction, now being kind of the leader of Fatal Influence. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I like JC a lot, so
absolutely. Well, I was gonna say, if we ever meet this woman in public, like she's gonna have to like chop me or something, because I've gone from calling this woman Marty Jannetty in the group to now she's out here leading her own group.
Right. But remember, folks, get your predictions in. Let us know who you think's gonna win and why.
Right now, it's right now JC and Lash tagging a Fallon. Damon's taking Fatal Influence. This episode was taped last week. Is it really? I hadn't seen too much of that going around.
I didn't know that was the case for this one.
Why exactly would it be taped?
The production crew going over to Germany, but I don't think everybody's going. They have multiple.
It's the NXT production crew. It's not.
Yeah, but it has in the past, like because of travel and stuff. But with No Mercy on the horizon, I do not believe this is a taped episode. I could be wrong.
I feel like I would have seen a lot of people talk about that on like Twitter and everything today, and I didn't see none of that. I could be completely wrong. I have seen nothing. I saw more about the Performance Center moving than I saw about this being taped.
Right? Not wrong.
MDB was Meta 2 for the win. Oh, yeah.
Up goes Fallon. By the way, Jasmine's at ringside, and now I do believe she is still recovering from an injury. So partly probably why she's not in the ring at the moment.
Fair enough. Well, and still now JC's got the whole Rip Hamilton mask and everything.
Hurricane Rana from Jane. Look at this. Oh, Lash got them all.
Yeah, as now Lash Legend's just carrying both women. I'm still telling you, mark my words, at some point, Lash Legend's going to go eye to eye with Jade Cargill.
Oh, yeah. Why wouldn't you? She is an absolute beast. Like, she literally just picked up those two women and walked around with them.
I still might say that, you know, Lash might be a better in-ring worker than Jade. Jade has the better overall look and everything like that. I think Lash in-ring is superior to Jade.
I think so.
Fair enough. I was not expecting that to get just such an ease of a response. I was expecting come at me.
No, not at all. I mean, again, I think Jade's still developing, and because of she's an example to me, kind of like a Trick Williams in a way, where because of her presence, she got ahead of herself, right? So she was getting all this stardom and title shots before she was quite in-ring ready for it, right? So I think because Lash has come up through the system, it feels like, and I'm more than happy to be corrected if I'm wrong, but it feels like Lash would have spent more time at the Performance Center, more time training, more time developing that skill.
Yeah, I would say so. And I think it's funny because I almost want to say they probably started in wrestling close to around the same time, because I feel like Jade might have started in AEW when Lash was showing up at the Performance Center.
Yeah.
So that might be a testament one way or the other, but we'll see.
Yeah, and keep in mind, like, Jade got kept off TV for what, 6 months because of what AEW did to her.
Yeah, fucked you up so bad.
Right?
Job said, what up? JV, what up? As we are in commercial break, folks, I believe after a suicide dive there from Jakara Jackson, I believe, onto the outside.
Yeah, good energy, good start to the match. Again, very solid women's tag team match. Again, for anyone out there that talks about women's wrestling, I don't think any show puts on women's wrestling better than NXT at this point. So good start to this one, and a quality match, which we are on commercial break, Nick. I predicted at All In before the show started, in the pre-show, I asked you in the chat, would Meltzer give Mercedes and Britt more stars than Tony?
You were right. You were right.
100%, but I didn't think he'd bury them on the process. Like, how does Tony Storm and Mariah get 1.5 stars? That's see, there's a collection of people that follow that mentality that Meltzer has. It blows my fucking mind that he watched that match, which I felt was arguably one of the best matches of the night, and then turn around and give Mercedes match, which was awful, horrific, horrible. You give that 1 point more, which is almost insulting. But Tony Storm and Mariah May deserved better. I think Dave is gutless, ballless, spineless, and he was terrified to give Tony and Mariah May more stars than the Bucks, more stars than Jericho, more stars than the fucking trios match. They both deserved way more credit than he gave them. And it's disgusting shit like this, where there's a massive idiots just following this Pied Piper of assholism down the fucking road. And it just continues to baffle me that anybody follows this man, that listens to this man. He should be, if he was a racehorse, he'd be a fucking glue stick by now. He is awful.
Everybody just please clip this. Just timestamp this right now. And just tag at Meltzer, at Alvarez, all of that, because 100% my guy. I was like, I'm just waiting now to do the National Lampoon shit and just show up with Meltzer in a red bow and everything after that. You're like, you gutless, spineless.
Dude, if anybody could make that clip of Griswold getting his boss and make Nick the fucking cousin and make me
I'm cousin Eddie 100%. You're Clark out there. That gutless, spineless
shitter's full.
That's all I can think of when you're going into that. I'm like,
the gutless.
This man's just fucking cooking right now. Cornette would be proud.
Yeah, we are back to the action. But it makes me mad. And again, like I said earlier, there's people out there I respect in this business that I read and watch their content that quote this guy. He's sitting in his fucking underwear with his dick stuck to his leg from fucking playing with himself from the night before, just making shit up. And people listen to it and people champion it. Last weekend, he was wrong about 3 things in a matter of like 3 days, including the death of a human being. And people still quote this motherfucker.
Do you think he just gets told what to say at this point?
No.
Like, fair enough. Just no. He's just that dumb.
He to me is like just a groupie. He is a fucking ring rat. He is so dying to get deep inside the members of his favorite little group that he just praises everything they do. You know, you ever meet that woman and their dude is just a fucking mess. And no matter what he does, she's like, he's really a nice person. No, he's a fucking idiot. Stop it.
Do something strange.
I'm so mad at him.
I'm like, all right, let me just try and divert back away from this. Your blood pressure comes down.
Yeah, the vapors.
Coming down with the vapors. You're feeling a little verklempt here. But yeah, the 4-4 talks in. Lash is a beast. Absolutely. Rapunzel. Where is Gigi? She's on a hiatus, apparently. There isn't a live in the top right of my screen. It might be taped. Do they often have live there? I know that's kind of a Raw thing, but
That's a good question, actually. It's crazy. We watch so much wrestling. You think we would
We don't
instantly
pay
be like, "Oh
attention to
yeah,"
that shit. We're watching the in ring shit. But 4-4
but
agree
again,
with
it doesn't. Like someone said, it feels like a tape show. Why? Like, I don't. I think we're good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're positive. But yeah, 4-4 was agreeing with you, just saying facts. Adam,
Vitamins don't do that to you.
become a member
Vitamins
for
make
2
you want to
months.
be honest.
Yeah, that's some other shit. That's some other shit. That's that
It,
Cucamonga Kush right there.
yeah. If Dave sat back and hit the blunt, he'd be like, "Yo, Jericho fucking sucks, bro." But he doesn't because he's gonna hurt. 4 stars. You gave that Jericho match anything more than 2? More than 2. The fuck?
We'll talk about this at the next commercial when your blood pressure comes down.
I can't handle this shit.
I can't do a CPR through live stream. I can't. I don't know if it's 911 that works in Canada. You guys might be 811 or something.
All right, I'll take a drink. You can talk to the people.
Fair enough. As Jakara with a big boot to Jasmine on the outside here is Dale saying, I like Jakara, but Lash is a monster. Absolutely. Bradley saying, what? He's a clown. Absolutely. He's a goddamn clown.
But who are these people that like him, that listen to him?
Because because he's the same, like with a lot of people.
Whoa. Hey,
Fallon just definitively pinned Lash Legend for the 1, 2, 3 there. I'm trying to see what led to the finish because we got a big boot on the outside. I saw that. I'll show the replay. Oh, discus kind of forearm there from JC. And then the double, like the double shining wizard.
Yeah. There you go. Fatal influence, making their presence felt. And Jasmine trying to prove to everyone how much of that rope she can make disappear. Good Lord.
Right? It's a snapper.
I'm just reporting, folks. I'm just reporting. I'm sorry.
Well, here, speaking of that, here's your second favorite box. I mean, we were just talking about your first favorite box. Geekbox saying, yo, Wrestling for Life boys, how's it all going?
It's going well, clearly.
That's literally, I'm doing fucking fine.
I'm doing good.
What are you doing? I'm kicking my own ass.
Yeah, folks, we are getting a replay of all the Rascal falling out. Which, I mean, again, I was a little critical of Nick, just in the sense of, like, it happened so fast. We were so happy that they were back together. I didn't expect, like, the beef that Wesley has with the Rascals seems abrupt.
Yeah, but they're doing I like this, though, now of they're going all the way back from when it was the 2.0 era. They're acknowledging 2.0 and going through his whole kind of, run through NXT. The only thing that made that promo really kind of awkward is all the tension and everything that he talked about. We never saw any of it.
Yeah, it was kind of unheralded. Like, why did that all come?
None of that was on screen. None of that was on social media. Nothing. So we're just all of a sudden, you guys look hunky dory on screen, but apparently you all have hated each other in backstage. Y'all you're Oasis. If Oasis can get together in 2024, why can't the Rascals be together in 2024? Right.
I agree. Now, back to the Wonderwall.
Yeah, I get to use this on you. No, I saw this and we're going to this because now KJ is going to have an aneurysm. I get to find the clip. Where is it? Yeah, I'm not going to have a coronary. Just replace KJ in
that. It makes me so mad. The Meltzer shit is starting to make me mad because if we could get guys like Dave Meltzer out of the way, the wrestling world would be a better place. When people talk about tribalism, it is fucking assholes like Meltzer that is causing the tribalism. They are setting everything up on fire. They are the ones telling you that you can't like both. Dave has gone as far as saying AEW fans are clearly more intelligent, more educated, wealthier than like it's stupid fucking shit. That again, he should be exiled. I don't believe in canceling anybody, but this motherfucker should be ignored by everybody.
But the thing that he has And that's the thing I was saying before of what even we're going against now with us being a channel and everything. We're still fucking knocking goddamn doors down with it. Of literally, they just got in the door first. Of Meltzer's been doing this for so long. Like, did you see Will Ospreay pop for Dave Meltzer being at the press conference? And I cringed in every inch of my body as a Will Ospreay fan, as a pro wrestling fan, that this man popped for a Dave Meltzer, a fucking journalist.
I thought he was being semi-sarcastic, to be honest with you. Like, I thought he was being purposely over the top because they've had.
Oh, I saw him get like this and everything. That table raised an inch or two, I almost want to say.
Right? I took it as like, oh, Dave's here. Yay, my buddy Dave. Because they've had public issues. Including the whole Dave being so insecure and pathetic that when Ospreay and Kenny Omega are poking at each other online, fucking Dave has to go public and be like, oh, sorry, it's just a gimmick. They don't really think I'm a loser. Yeah, we do think you're a loser. Shut the fuck up.
Right. As I've got
Izzy versus Carmen up next.
Right. It's Slash City up in here in NXT, but Spaz with a $5 super chat saying Kayfabe, J Fabulous, and Super Mega Nicopolis. Close to Metropolis. I am Nicopolis. You think Jakara Jackson is the first to know when it rains? I'd call her Monica. Not gonna lie, dude. You had me in the first half. You lost me in the back half.
I'm so happy that you said that because I looked at it and I was like,
what the fuck was the rest of that? All due respect, but yeah. We're in another commercial break right now here, folks. So the Meltzer talk continues. Where was it?
Come back.
No, Beatbox out here saying I enter and KJ's having a Jericho meltdown. Must be a day ending in Y.
I haven't even started on Jericho. I'm going to save that for tomorrow. No, I mean, again, I've had so many rants about Jericho. What more can I say? It's just every once in a while something pops up with Meltzer where I just want to hit my head against the wall because Tony Khan doesn't realize how bad Meltzer is for AEW. Meltzer's hurting AEW. Meltzer's one of the people that are causing people to not want to be fans of that product.
He perpetuates the stereotype of an AEW wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Him, JD, like if there is a stereotype as to wrestling fans and everything, and I hate that we're having to break down the fucking IWC like this. Like, why can't we all act like fucking adults? Like, Meltzer, you're old enough to be my grandfather, motherfucker. Like, act like a goddamn adult. As Adam's saying, Meltzer is a cool kid for the first time ever. Facts.
That's what happened. Yeah, he got into the fucking club. That's what it was. He was one of the in people with the Bucks and the fucking
you guys are the popular guys. You like me.
Yeah. We're going to call her Move the Meltzer driver, Dave. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Was that out loud?
Right. MDB, you want to talk about knee pads. Meltzer's got a fucking lifetime subscription to knee pads.
His knee pads are so calloused over. His knee pads are so calloused over, you couldn't penetrate it with a buckshot. So fuck Meltzer and his knees.
Did you throw in callus because of callus unintentionally? Or did I just make that up?
Jesus.
But put him between the bun. Oh, well, Spaz with a $2 super chat saying put him between the buns and call him a patty melt. Yeah, old tuna has passed his expiration date, 100%.
Right.
So, and it must have been a Friends reference that we didn't get because I wasn't a Friends guy.
I've seen a lot of Friends once upon a time, but
Dave's just happy he has friends, and that's why he's got to act the way he acts.
I was more than happy to tune into a show with Jennifer Aniston on it any day.
Right. But so for those who haven't seen the actual Meltzer star ratings and everything, that again, people most of the time quote his opinions. I saw it was like Raj on Twitter that was like really quoted the fucking ums in a Meltzer quote. And there was just 3 in a row. Like, I know I'm not the most well-spoken human being, but I at least don't say that much. I say more.
I think I say more than I want to say but we're fucking live all the fucking time. The man is not articulate. The man can't write. You've been a writer for 40 years and you have no sense of grammar. How the fuck did that happen? Did your editor die? Did you fire the person that was proofreading? What the fuck happened? Why would you not hand it? Hey, Alvarez, when you get off your knees, can you read this for me? Like, why is that not a thing? Why can't that happen? Like, the man doesn't speak well. You listen to any of like the Observer radio shit.
Well,
Are you like mid-climax all podcast? What is happening?
James and Casey lies. KJ and Nick, the knee pad police do not recognize Meltzer's knee pads. He's running out here. He's out here running unregistered knee pads.
Unregistered knee pads, if anybody would.
But for those who don't know the star ratings that Meltzer put out, and honestly, we were here, we watched the show, we've watched back even, I'm sure, off-stream parts of the show, if not the show back and everything.
1 second, Nick. We're back with DJ
Eddie Thorpe.
Oh, he's showing the girls his video because that's cool.
Why is the one blonde chick taller than everyone involved here? Well, outside of Eddie's just slouched over, but yeah.
It's a big bitch.
I calm you like a mountain. Anyways, yeah, so we're gonna get Eddie Thorpe versus Ashante the Adonis, like as he's already kind of floundered as a ladies' man. But anyways, so back to the star ratings we were talking about, unless we really want to focus on Eddie Thorpe and
until we get to Jensen's just walking by with a chair, that lunatic.
God damn, every time I try and get through this shit.
Wait, who's he in with a chair?
Malik Blade. Because Malik Blade walked in there before.
Weren't they supposed to wrestle?
I don't fucking know.
How do you not get fired?
Why? I don't know. I feel like, Post Malone out there is supposed to be out there doing country concerts and everything. Post Malone, I don't want to be with you.
Just going walking by.
Right. As we're getting Wendy Chu on Twitter saying she's got a special opponent for Kalani Jordan, but we're back to Izzy coming out here. So we'll get to the star ratings and actual star ratings when it comes to another commercial. We'll try and actually talk NXT.
Well, yeah, we will try.
Well, trust me, I'm not at all discouraging the Meltzer talk because I'm like, just let this boy cook. I just want to keep pulling up alley-oops.
You're just like fucking.
This is batting practice right now. This home run derby shit.
Oh Christ, dude! I was actually not even. I had no idea.
I'm like a proud papa just throwing fucking softballs to his kid at the All-Star game and just watching him fucking smash it.
Swing away, swing away,
swing away, swing away. Shit, I don't want to be Mel Gibson. But folks, let us know who you're taking, whether you're taking Izzy Dam or Carmen Petrovich after Izzy attacked her in the parking lot to start off last week as Geekbox with a £5 super chat. I hope I said that right.
It's a little heavier than your
euro. Is it £5 or €5?
It's like, I'll show you £5.
All right. I'm just happy to super chat to support calling out Meltzer's madness. Wish we could have joined you there, but I don't know if you'd shut me up. What?
He wishes he could join us to bitch about.
Fair enough.
Because he's a chatty Cathy like us.
Right, 100%. We need to have a stop the Meltzer movement.
Why don't we just put Meltzer on trial, but everyone's prosecution? We just spend an hour beating the
roast of Dave Meltzer.
Yeah, that's what we should do. Or no, we'll call it it'll be like the fucking
the hung jury, 12 angry men.
You guys do it to your president. The impeachment.
The impeachment. It was the impeachment.
The impeachment of Dave Meltzer.
But someone's got to at least still defend him getting impeached.
No, fuck him.
We just present the evidence.
We'll put Anthony in charge of Meltzer's defense, and the first opening statement is he's guilty.
Right.
I rest and go sit down.
I think, though, that's the thing is he would, especially probably in my country, he'd win because, he wouldn't have a proper jury before him. He wouldn't have a fair and unbiased jury.
Right.
I'm not going to read that. Meltzer, this is your life. Yeah. Oh, God. The Meltzer inquiry. No one expects the Meltzer Inquisition.
Yo, the Meltzer's This Is Your Life is almost even funnier.
Long story short, probably next thing involving anything close to court is going to involve Dave Meltzer.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we say, we watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there. And as much as it seems like we're not watching wrestling right now, one of the fun things that happens is we just talk a lot of shit. That is officially going to be our next court, or a variation of court will be Dave Meltzer. We are going to put Dave Meltzer on blast, one way or the other. We're going to have fun with this one. We are going to light this man up like a Christmas tree. So stay tuned, folks. We got more coming your way.
Hashtag not my observer. Stop the Meltzer movement. That's what we need right now. I'm starting a stop the Meltzer movement.
He's more of a peeping Tom than an observer. Let's be real.
Just caught with his shit in his hand.
Like John Lovitz in the tree. I'm a bird.
Fuck, I think we're just holding court now and saying we'll do it later too.
By the way, Carmen in control of Izzy right now. Firing up.
Fuck.
But we welcome triple digits in the chat. Apparently, word's spreading that they're just shitting on Meltzer. So here they come.
Well, and again, it's, this is full proof. We are live. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. Absolutely.
Carmen gets eaten alive. And I like Izzy, and I do like Carmen. So this is an interesting matchup. But Izzy's a big woman.
Right?
The 1 foot pin, not happening.
Yeah, you can't do that, especially just off of a big boot. Like, I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but you can't just hit a big boot and do it.
Spaz really.
Hashtag melt the melts.
Yeah, he really hammering his point home. But the Meltzer mile.
I'm saying you just get him like Tony to Tony. I'm sorry, boss. I can't do it.
1, 2, 3. Carmen steals it
with the roll up. So I don't think that this is going to be the last match of this.
No, but it's a good little low card feud to build up some stock in both these women.
There is a ton of depth in the NXT women's division roster. Well, like you said earlier, if no women's divisions presented this good, I was going to say that the only one I would say would be comparable would be TNA. What the fuck is Maddie doing? She's looking like the little sister that wants to wrestle with her big brothers.
If you weren't watching the screen and you could just hear what those two men were doing, it was awkward until you realized they were shoulder bumping.
A lot of grunting and thrusting. But no, that was a good match that we Meltzered all over.
That match between Izzy and Carmen was better than Mercedes and Britt Baker.
And would have gotten a half a star from good old Tuna.
I called it. This is partly why I'm so mad. I think
it's so fucked because I remember, and if everybody can go back and timestamp it, you could literally, I remember you literally saying that exact thing. I was like, there's no way. There's no way.
Mm-hmm.
And sure as shit, he 100% did it. Look at these fucking jamotes out here with Tony.
Hey, what the matter with you?
Fucking impractical jokers out here. The fucking what the fuck is this? You couldn't even get good extras to play Italians, motherfucker.
Right, these two Utes over here.
The two Utes. Those definitely ain't Utes. Those the two Olts.
That's the Utes all grown up, my guy.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a commercial break. We are rolling through the show. We got more to come, and yes, we will get back to some of the NXT stuff and get on topic. But keep in that chat. If you want to keep talking about Meltzer or whatever, let us know. Let us know what is on your wrestling mind. As again, no Mercy on the weekend. We will be live for No Mercy on Sunday. Bash at Berlin on Saturday, Nick. The Dynamite tomorrow. The Mega Stream on Friday. We are going to attempt, and it's been a hot minute since we've done 4, but we're going to do 4 shows on Friday, or at least parts of 4 shows. Be here on Friday. It's going to be a party. And then Saturday, of course, Brunch with the Boys 13. And if you haven't done so yet, go get your Brunch with the Boys t-shirt, the Summer 2024 Tour t-shirt, limited time. Every summer is going to have a new one. So go get that now. If you've been on the Brunch with the Boys tour, commemorate it with our t-shirt.
Right. And that might be one of one limited edition, all that, because we're going to have plenty of, different tours out here. We're traveling like the Grateful Dead out here. But LJ from BK is saying, on my B day, no other shout out, happy birthday, by the way, my guy. No other way to kick back than with Wrestling for Life. You guys are awesome. Can't believe I'm 37 already. Wow.
Time flies, my guy. You're catching up to me.
I was gonna say I'm getting there. I'm about to be 36 here in under a month.
36, eh? Damn.
Yeah, Thankfully, my birthday is on a Saturday this time. I have managed to come all the way around, so it's on a Saturday. But yeah,
I have a wonderful Tuesday birthday this year, I think.
Boo!
No one cares about my birthday. We're good. Great showing by Izzy. KJ, would it be a bold statement to possibly compare Izzy to Charlotte? Yes. It would be a bold statement.
Just yes.
You could kind of compare her to like Lash. Like she is the same wrestler type. If you go back 2 years, Izzy feels like kind of Lash felt 2 years ago.
A bit, yeah. I think that there's still there's definitely something there with Izzy, but it's just you might need some more polish and some more buffer in there.
The women's division is starting to get very large in the WWE. Like, I know we got the Zelinas and we're going to have the Alexas, but you think about Anaya, Raquel, Rhea, now
Lash, Jade, Izzy. Yeah.
You got some big old, Piper.
Then you got Roxanne. That's all 5 foot nothing.
Yeah. Then you got Roxanne. You got Alexa. You got
Io, Kyrie, Julia. Yeah.
Dave does not know what crap looks like. Sure he does.
Yes, he does. It's called the mirror.
Oh, that was meaner. Mine was my dig was going to be that was right on. I like it. If we're going to invest this much time into Piston Cup,
the Piston Cup,
make it a belt. Yeah, it was a bit sloppy.
No, I don't. I almost like that it's not a belt. I still wish it was the Italian American Heritage Cup. That just rolls off the tongue really smooth.
I don't care. Like I mean, the cup's all right, but I kind of like it if they just did it as a tournament thing or something. Carrying around the trophy seems funky and stupid. People don't take their trophies with them, you know.
To me, it's almost kind of a New Japan-y type thing. It's the same thing as carrying around a briefcase.
Could you make it smaller, like a slammy, so it doesn't look?
You can just be like Owen with 2 of them out there. As we got Miss Kaka on screen, but
yeah,
Denisha, what up? And 44 Meltzer has been butthurt since the 80s. If you know, you know. This is what you call a rag sheet, brother. That's 100% where just Dave's like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, just remember, Dave, lube is important. The match was okay, solid. Yeah, it wasn't anything dynamic, guys, but it's clean. There's a better pace to it. And I expect it to be a little bit, not perfect from an Izzy and some of the lower card wrestlers.
Yo, this is kind of dope. Like they're going through everything from Jada, from starting training to now to where she's gonna be challenging for the world title. I know it's feels like it's probably only been like 4 months, but yeah, it's still interesting. Like she's got a fucking jetpack strapped to her. Oh my god.
Izzy is more Raquel. I could see that comparable. Fair enough.
And Kevin saying our YouTube is great. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Kevin. As always, Kevin's always complimentary. Big Nick, my birthday is on Sunday.
Well, there you go. Happy birthday. Mine's James said I turned 36. Mine's got an Earth, Wind, and Fire song to it. Do you remember the 21st night of September?
There you go. You would.
Yeah, I 100% say that my fucking birthday is around that fucking song. Absolutely, I goddamn do.
I still struggle liking the women in NXT. They act a little ditzy, teenage high school. Listen, you can battle that a little if you want, but I've had my issues with some of that. Like it feels like I'm watching the Barbie movie some weeks.
Well, I will say that there is a good chunk that isn't that, but there is a deeper collective that is that. So it's really, you have to tune that shit out and pay attention to your Miss Parkers, your Roxanne's, etc. Your Fallon Henleys, your Lash Legends, etc. that aren't that, versus your Kalani Jordans that aren't that.
Roxanne's here.
Oh,
Kicking out Sarah, I think the name of the new girl is.
But still, I liked it. I like this though, because instead of it being one of those that do like the side by side thing and I'm going to turn around and find you, like, no, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to take over this interview. So go ahead, say it to my motherfucking face.
Right. What's good, Jake? Welcome. Thank you for being here. I want to know where the hell Gunther put his crown. I love that Gunther is so pure as far as being a wrestler. He was like, that is never touching my head. You are not going to catch me wearing this motherfucker. That it will ruin my whole rep. Thank you. It's very nice. I'm going to go put it on my shelf.
Everybody that's done that has gone backwards. Post it. Woods, Sheamus, Barrett. The only one who's managed to make it a positive is Booker T with King Booker.
One of the best ever.
I like how Corey's out here. This is a trip of he's trying to do an impression of me.
Yeah.
Please allow me to do my Big Nick impression and play devil's advocate for Meltzer. Whatever I say about my client is facts, and I don't care. Fuck you. You had me in the first half.
Or you get a star. You get a star. Well played.
That's great. That's fun.
Dun, dun, dun. Heel on heel action. Chris, are you referring to Jada and Roxy? Because I would argue that Jada is starting to get more love than booze. So I think this plays pretty well. Like kind of an organic. We started getting behind Miss Jackson pretty quick. All right.
Yeah, well, there's a lot to get behind. I'll say that literally and figuratively. And also still the fact that they're King Booker. Yeah. But the fact that even if it is going to be heel versus heel in that match, Jada's going to work the face. She's going to pause. Yeah. She's going to be the baby face in that match.
Yeah. And I think the crowd wants to get behind her. We talked about it. They stuck her in OTM to kind of give them some validity. She ends up kind of pushing Reggie out of a job back to being a sommelier somewhere. But yeah, no, I mean, for my money, Jada's a star. And she might be on a bit of a fast track right now, and we'll see how she climbs and how she deals with it. I think she's going to lose to Roxy, spoiler alert, but I think she's going to have a good showing.
Fair enough. As I've got the fam out here, and you can tell they're New York Italians because everything's got a Jets kind of color theme to it, but also has Yankees pinstripes. So 100%, that's how you tell they're Yankees. They're New York Italians. But I do kind of like Crucifino's fit, the kind of cut off, like the sleeveless vest with the tie and everything is kind of dope.
Crucifino's good. I've seen a few matches with Crucifino. Seems to have a personality. I kind of like the lawyer gimmick. They ran some promos for him, like some pre-tapes, and they were half decent. Like the whole idea of like he's that sneevely, lawyer who likes to, on his spare time, wrestle some matches. But no, I think he's got a good look, good attitude, a lot of potential, fits really well with Tony D and crew. As the Quarter Pounder crew is here with Ren St. Clair, which still I don't have a lot of interest in this, Nick. Any of this.
I do. So I'll take it. I was gonna say, if you need a pause to go and come down with the vapors or anything, I got you on this, because I like Ren's actually starting to try and I think add some seriousness to I dare say some seriousness, but at least some validity to the Quarter Catch crew.
Wait, Ren gives them validity?
Because she sat there and was backing them. She's helped them get back the Heritage Cup.
That's upsetting, I think. I can't get behind
trying
that.
To make this work. God damn it!
St. Clair can't be the hero. Come on now.
I need a hero. But yeah, of course. So when it comes to Crucifino, of course, any sort of Italian group, you needed a lawyer on retainer just for precautionary measures.
Ren and Stimpy.
Jesus, that's not a bad joke at all. I hadn't thought about that.
Meltzer's the final boss of Basement Marks. Yeah, when you come to the final level and you got to get through like garbage and old paperwork and food wrappers, and then he just shoots these things at you. Yeah,
he just shoots stars at you.
Ridiculous.
Now, what's the tier level? What's like the tower ranking? Does it go Alvarez, JD Meltzer, or is there a switch up there?
Well, I think Alvarez has to be right. Like he's like the guy right before him, just in the sense of like,
he's the General Disarray to Professor Chaos there.
Yeah, like he's the one. He's the sacrificial lamb. Meltzer throws Brian out there for us to get our hands on him, and then runs off.
Right, but folks, let us know you take it as ran with the blind tag here. So it is a 6-person mixed tag team match here. Now we've got Rizzo and Ren going at it. I at least like that there's kind of this little mid-tier faction warfare going on and everything. At times it gets a comical where you've got Ren's involved and got involved with all of this because she was watching the family take out Damon Kemp, which his brother actually, Gable, got caught by the Bills today. So thank you.
I meant to ask you about this. I saw it today and I was like, oh.
Yeah, no, you could have that. That ain't even what I'm at.
James agrees with you about Ren.
And see, it makes sense. I agree. I think Ren has added more to the group and actually makes their segments more likable to me.
Wait a
She's
minute.
pulling actual personality out of a Little Regal. Absolutely.
Tony D leaving as we go to commercial break. Tony D and the Goombas are heading out.
That's literally all they are, is fucking Goombas. Fucking Goombas. I was thinking that you would have had Tony out there and Oba would have showed up and got involved, and that would have been what cost the family, because
maybe Oba's in
we're getting Tony versus Oba on Sunday.
Oba's in the back, beating up the restaurant.
He took out to the Olive Garden. There's no more spaghetti.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, on commercial break as we speak, the show rolls on. As Nick said, we are in the mixed 6-person tag match right now. Again, I'm really curious. I mean, Tony D is going to take on Oba. We don't see Tony beating Oba. Then what for Tony? I mean, Tony's been an interesting guy, up and down, very utility type.
Like, it's a weird thing to question with Tony of, does he do better if they moved him up? Because I don't exactly know if that's true. Like, he's not going to be, like, right now, sooner rather than later, he's not going to be an NXT World Champion. I would bet good money he is not going to be the one to beat Oba.
No, I don't think so.
Right. So where do you go past that? Does he continue in the Heritage Cup feud? And at this point, how long has Tony been down there? And what do you do that isn't just now we're spinning tires?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing. Like, you're almost at a point of, do we at least have to give him a shot at the main roster, see if he can bring up this whole faction maybe, and try and make it work on the main level? Maybe you're at that point, because at some point he's going to lose all his effect because he's just been doing it well. No,
you went there. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so many times he can kind of go through the motions with somebody and still never really pull it off.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is he's been down there for a bit, and I know he's gone through everything, and I still always like Tony and everything. I still like the family, all of that. I'm always a sucker. As a Paisan, I'm always a sucker for, even if like Nunzio shows up on some random independent show with an FBI shirt on, I still pop. I still got to eat the man nod, just in commemoration. But
fair enough.
I will finally read off these actual Dave Meltzer star ratings for All In. So not including the pre-show. So the conglomeration pre-show does not count. But so Tony Storm versus Mariah May, 1.5 stars.
Motherfucker. Are you
Hook? And again, it's literally the next one down. Hook versus Chris Jericho, 4.5 stars.
Do you know what's funny about this, Nick? I literally asked you and Anthony in our group chat of like, hey guys, why didn't they rate Jericho? And you were like, Anthony was like, it's right under the first one. My brain wouldn't allow it.
I can't accept it.
I do not see it.
Just, he mixed it up. He put the wrong thing in the wrong. He put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Yeah. Give the 4.5 stars to Tony Storm. And if anybody thinks out there, oh well, like these guys just don't like AEW. No. I'm advocating for AEW at this point.
We literally want the women's match to get a better rating than the fucking piss ant tree.
And it's this bullshit is why the women's division can't get over. It's why when they announce a women's match, AEW fans go, oh, piss break. Like, again, I know many of them have not touched a woman, but at least can we see them on TV being utilized properly? That is embarrassing. That to me is more egregious than the fact that fucking Jericho got 4.5 stars for that debacle of a match. That is fucking atrocious. And that's why people are going to suffer through Jericho for the next 8 years.
And it's going to be the second feud that Ricochet has after he's done with Kyle Fletcher.
Fucking right.
As we're back in action. Again, WWE doesn't want me to read these star ratings, apparently.
Oh, the shit's moving.
As I still can't remember this poor blonde man's name from Quarter Pound Catch Crew. It's
every week. It's the best shit.
Literally, he's like when your creator wrestler shows up in a shit. I'm like, how the fuck did you get here?
Is it Miles?
No, it's not Miles Bourne, because that was we had Miles the Dookie last week, remember? And then that's when they ended up fucking winning and shit. That's how we got to No Mercy with Chase U versus Not Man and Robin, Frazium, Fraxium.
No, I know who Miles Bourne. Yeah,
that's not Miles Bourne. That's
I know
something
it's not Miles
Jackson.
Bourne. I feel like his name is Miles something, or like it's close to Miles Bourne, but it's probably
Miles
not.
Jackson. It's something.
We used to know what it was. Maybe.
We used to give a shit about him.
The fuck is his name?
I'm going to try and look this
Riley
up.
Osborne.
Not even close to anything anyone said at all.
So close.
Not even in the ballpark.
I might as well have called him Mickey Rourke. I was way off.
Right.
Samsonite, son of a bitch.
Samsonite. Who would have guessed that?
Dempsey stretching. Half stack.
Oh, yeah. And hell of a submission. And I know Anthony's going to say I'm a bad wrestling fan, but I still want to go back and watch, because I haven't watched it yet, of Dempsey versus Jonathan Gresham, because I didn't know that was happening last Thursday. Yeah. And that to me sounds like a really good technical match between Jonathan Gresham and Dempsey.
It's a true story.
Right. As they're working over Stacks right now in the corner. Sorry. Those are initials. Those are initials. I thought they were just saying row, row, row. You can't read that. Oh, yeah, you can't read those as fucking initials. That's just a shitty tribal tattoo.
Right. Jamie
Now
Hayter.
you just made me look at this man's ass. Thank you, MDB.
True. Jamie Hayter versus Harley Cameron, official for Wednesday. Yep. Jamie Hayter comes back and forgets she used to be the champion and goes after somebody nobody cares about.
Is that... This is becoming the.
She's going to get beat up by the entire.
Is that a point proven though that her and Britt have an actual issue?
Yep. Sammy's
because you can't do that. You can't run that back. The whole story you built fucking a year plus making. You can't run it now. You can't touch it, and that's why they probably never touched it.
Yep. No, I'm convinced now, and I mean again, and you think she'd come back and be involved? You want her at the top of the division. Everyone wants to see her at the top of the division, not at the bottom. The Outcasts have been relegated to Collision, mostly Rampage, to be 100% honest, for a year now. We never see them. Nobody gives a shit about them. And now your big superstar, the lady that was at the top of the division, returns, and you're not going to put her at the top of that division to fight for her spot? What the fuck are we doing?
You're a former women's champ that had to vacate the title because of injury. No one beat her for the belt.
Nope.
Had to vacate it because of injury, and doesn't want to reclaim the throne.
Yeah.
Weird take.
What is Thunder Rosa doing right now? Anybody?
Gianna Purrazzo.
That's over now, though.
That's never over. that will always. That's 4 or 5 matches deep already, my guy. That's never over.
Well, again, at least you got that going on. But Thunder Rosa forgot she used to be a champion too.
Right. Well, Spaz out here making me forget everything that we've said before of Ultimate X on Friday. Riley Osborne in it. That Chase U music hits different on TNA. But Riley Osborne isn't in Chase U. Riley Osborne is on our screen right now, who we're talking about. And it's Miles Bourne in Chase U. So that's why I'm like, What is with these generic
Battle
creator wrestling shit?
Machine. And we got the win
too. Hey, our boy
Crucifino.
Hey, Paisan. I might need some legal counsel. He looks like Italian Karrion Kross. He 100% right now with Cross with the hair and everything like that. Like he looks like Italian Karrion Kross, just like shrunk down a little.
You know where? Never mind.
Wait.
Don't sugarcoat it. Those. Oh, that was about the initials.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, 100%. I was just checking the whole, making sure he's safe.
Baseball pants, yeah. They went with the whole Mets theme.
Fuck you, Mets.
Nah.
Did you really just say the Mets theme?
I did.
Yeah, with the Yankees pinstripes.
I'm not saying Yankees.
Them fighting words. Words.
Hey,
John
in the back with Kelly Kincaid. Fresh, just arrived in from Green Gables.
Yeah, well, he's still, when he puts his hair up on like the top, like he's a fucking Oompa Loompa and shit, it just doesn't work because everything underneath it looks like he lost a fight with a weed whacker.
Yeah, and when he's like got the heavy spray tan, when he's orange and got the man, he really Oompa Loompa.
Doopa dee doo, I've got another problem for you.
As we got security and referees coming out to the ring.
If they're doing this for Wesley and Zachary Wentz,
I think so. Yeah, they are. Former brothers. So, folks, up next, a face-off between Zachary Wentz and Wes Ali. Any predictions? Any thoughts? How is that going to turn out?
I'm just questioning. You need 27 security guards and everything for two individuals that collectively don't crack 300 pounds.
Jesus, right? Yeah.
Really.
It's going to get intense. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are on a commercial break. We are rolling through right now. Don't forget, go check out the merch store. Get yourself the Wrestling for Life t-shirts, hoodies, hats, mugs, the Brunch with the Boys summer tour tees, which are new, the podcast mark tees, which are new. That was right on cue. I didn't even plan that.
Yeah.
But go check out all this stuff, the best threads out there, and support the cause.
This is what I just picture in my head. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. Well, no, as MDB saying, like the stream, absolutely 100%. Spaz saying Italian cross. Yeah. That figures with the Crucifino, the Italian cross. Yeah. And Antoine, I don't know if you're just trying to spark this shit back up or you haven't been here, but I love it. Hey, you're such a fucking I love it. Please tell me Meltzer didn't give Mercedes versus Britt a higher rating than Tony versus Mariah. Cut to earlier on tonight.
Right. Do you know why part of me gets so kind of fired up about it? I think there's nothing worse when you know what the person's going to do to you. When you set yourself up and you know what's coming down the pipe. And in this case, I 100% knew what the motherfucker was going to do. I knew what Meltzer was going to do to support the company. There was no way, even if he gave Sasha a low mark to try and save face with the audience, there was no way Toni Storm and Mariah were going to get more. So because Sasha and Britt suck so bad, you shit on Toni Storm and Mariah May. That is atrocious. You give them the 4.5 stars you gave Jericho, because that, to me, if you ever go
to quote Chris Jericho,
right? If you hesitate and think maybe Meltzer isn't that bad, that 4.5 rating for the Jericho match tells you everything you need to know about Dave Meltzer. Like I said before, spineless, just an absolute jellyfish, and the fact that he even claims to be a reporter of any kind is an absolute embarrassment to anybody that's actually reporting on any of this shit.
But to sit there into where he gave Tony and Mariah May 1.5 stars, 1.5, like we're talking like Cameron, like from the Funkadactyls level star ratings with 1.5 type shit and everything. For Toni Storm versus Mariah May, the biggest story that every AW fan has been fucking clamoring for and saying this is the greatest thing in women's pro wrestling since, you know, Christ has been born and everything. And Dave Meltzer, their version of wrestling Mark Christ, sits there and gives it 1.5 stars. But because he gave everything else the approved ratings, it's all claps, all handshakes, all, you know, handoffs and everything all the way around.
And you know what, Nick? One thing I haven't said, that trios match, ladies and gentlemen, and if people out there thought that trios match was good, all the power to you. I don't, you know, try and tell people how they should think like Meltzer. But for my money, dude, that match was boring. That match was over methodical. It was slow. The crescendo, and I agree, the gauntlet match deserved a whole bunch of stars. We didn't like the ending, but we can't punish it for not liking the finish. We can disagree with the finish, but the match was good. Fair enough. The lucha angle with it sucked, but that's another point. But that trios match was not good. It was not worth a bunch of stars. It sucked.
Yeah, and I don't even have the star rating for that. And I'm just popping at some of these comments now. Well, Chair, what up? Melts, yeah. And then KJ's like, I finally calmed down. Then, you know what I find funny?
Ethan Page is with Ava. Navel covered up tonight. There we go. Look at him. This is okay. She looks much better tonight.
You're singing the praises of Ava Rain because you've been on such a fucking tirade about Meltzer. You're out here, I'm like,
she looks like she's working in an office setting tonight.
You can't see her from the shoulders down. Like,
thank fuck
up there.
She actually looks like she's thinning out, which I mean that in all.
I'm not touching that, homie.
She looks good.
Respectfully.
She looks professional tonight. She looks like she works in an office setting, not at a Hot Topic. A+ for Ava Rain.
We still have made it no further in these fucking star ratings I've been trying to actually read off just to catch everyone up to speed.
There's another commercial coming around.
Yes, but every time we make it to the 2 matches in, and that's it.
Right. My freaking ears.
The trios match was 5. Yeah, ouch, my freaking ears.
All right.
Did Anthony just say the trios match was 5-star?
Yeah, he was like,
no, I think he just poked the bear.
Oh, yeah, he's just come on, KJ. What else?
Right.
The trios match wasn't good. And if you sit there as a viewer, I wish there was a way to really fucking challenge Dave Meltzer. But if that was a WWE match and everybody was just laying around doing fuck and all for the vast majority of that match, Dave would have shit all over it. That's a 1-star WWE match. That's a 4-star AEW match. That's bullshit.
I personally, and I'll say this as much as I can say it, I'm trying to be, quick around this, but I fucking hate the star rating. The whole shit is fucking stupid. It's objective. It's fucking opinion based and everything like that. Like, we even still try and be as objective, what have you, with giving fucking ratings at the end of the night and everything like that. And we still even say it's completely opinionated. It's 100% just our take on it. Don't quote it as fact. People look like that. This shit is it's fucking gospel. And it reminds me so much of like Roger Siskel and Ebert. That shit of that used to be the holy fucking gospel when it came to whether a movie lived or died and shit like that, and how it got rated, how it got viewed, and everything like that. That shit's gone by the fucking wayside. Yeah. And the Meltzer star ratings needs to follow suit, because at this point it's passe. It's ran its course. Yeah. It's putrid. It's rancid. It stinks. It's over. It's done with. Move the fuck along.
Absolutely. We got Wesley and Zach with a mic. So having their little back and forth is why they want to beat each other up.
Why do both the refs look like they're like, come on, just give me a reason. Just make a move, motherfucker. Right. Make a move.
Carter Nash Carter.
Nash and Gunner.
Yeah, and I mean, like real quick. I mean, we got to remember a couple things. One, it's now a 7-star scale, not a 5-star. So a 4-star match is
that's fucking stupid,
right.
That's fucking already stupid.
The Observer, when it in its heyday, when it did have some credibility, those star ratings were simply Dave Meltzer's opinion. Very similar, Nick, to you and I giving our ratings out of 10. Every show we give a rating out of 10 based on what we like. The problem is those star ratings are no longer about what Dave likes. It's how can I make the internet smart and the people that I'm trying to be in bed with love me, like me, accept me. How do I get to be the cool kid? He's the guy that takes up smokes around his friends because they'll think he's cool. That's Meltzer in a nutshell.
This is the whole. I'm gonna sum this all this shit up as best I can. Of you have a lot of people trying to be the fucking cool kid, and no one wants to be the honest kid. And god damn it, I'm proud of us that we want to be the fucking honest kid. I don't give a shit if we're fucking cool or this or that with this person or anything like that. If you think we're right or we're wrong or what have you, but god damn it, we're gonna be fucking honest with you instead of fucking jerking you around and fucking giving you the whole around and everything like that, just so I can fit in with fucking the Cucamonga clique and everything.
Right.
Fuck right off with that.
Well, again, dude, we ran this show the same way when we had 2 people here as we do when there's 200 people here. That's just the way it is. And again, the fact that this guy acts like he has credibility, I just completely condescending and arrogant to everybody. He's a hapless moron trying to hold on to any little bit of notoriety that he had. And I think the world would be a better place if everybody just ignored this motherfucker. I think AEW would be better if he went away. I think he's hurting Tony Khan's business. They need to tell him to hit the bricks, get a step in, put some fucking eggs in your shoes and beat it. Like, it is ridiculous.
You got me with that, as I was already having a couple thoughts, because as we've got Zachary Wetz out here still talking. We watched Wrestling Revolver, and remember when Trey Miguel was out there being a special guest referee? What is it with the rascals always, like, right now having to all wear, like, fucking fishing waders and shit like that? They're all wearing that shit.
That's their thing. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Yeah, but I'm thinking with, like, Dave Meltzer. It's just kind of like with Paul Anka's guarantee. Just don't look.
Yeah.
Keyshawn just saying on it. You know you're preaching when Jesus is out there saying preach it.
Right.
Ethan Page's championship run has been trash so far, in my opinion. It's just begun. I'd give it a little more time before I'd fully say that, but that's a bit of the, like, you haven't had a huge feud within the first, like, 2 weeks of your title run, so it's trash.
Yep.
Wesley on Shawn Michaels mode.
You know another thing about the whole Meltzer situation is the minute that and another thing.
And let me tell you one more thing. Lavelle Maurice Crawford.
The fucked part of it all, Nick, is if AEW ever does happen to go tits up, like really fucking have issues, he'll be one of the first motherfuckers jumping in the lifeboats with the women and the children. 100%.
Oh, remember when he sat there and he danced with the devil and everything for a little bit and was very much leading WWE, and they're like, no, fuck off, you fucking riffraff. Hey, Trick and Joe Hendry.
Trick. We got Joe Henry on the screen, folks.
Hustle and Flow meets Oasis.
What's that?
I said Hustle and Flow meets Oasis.
What's up next?
Dave Meltzer's diet raisin cookie of the cookie world. the brand cookie. There. You know that fucker needs some fiber.
Well played, Keebler.
Thoughts I never thought I would ever hear in my life.
Yeah, I never thought I would say
well played, Keebler.
Yeah, I never ever thought I'd say, like, Jesus, may the blunt be with you, followed by good point, Keebler.
Right. As I got Kalani walking backstage as we go to commercial break. And Sunday, we will be here live for No Mercy as well on Saturday. We'll be here at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Brunch with the boys 13. Are we on
13? I called it
at this point?
Yeah.
With Bash in Berlin. And I listened finally to the first time of the actual theme that they picked for Bash in Berlin. And you couldn't have gotten Rammstein, my guy. Hunter, you are a fucking metal guy. You had Motorhead and shit. And you have one of the biggest German metal bands of all time. And you could have got them to do a little bit. Not one song, not one way, nada.
Right. Yeah, I heard it. Didn't mind it. I mean, it is what it is. Not my favorite, but
it's bad. It sounds like a fucking cartoon intro.
Kind of is. Keebler, there you go.
All right.
Coming for TNA is disrespectful. Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Them fighting words, Anthony.
You have to fight it out with them.
Oh, I did see that. You guys are killing me right now. I was just about to click on that one, Nick.
Danny Brown, KJ, announcement tomorrow. Team Jericho and Roderick Strong versus Orange Cassidy Stable and Hook. So the colostomy bag, also known as the conglomeration, with Hook taking on the Learning Tree and Roderick Strong.
I think what bothered me the most about this match is they're calling it like an all-star match. Whatever. It's an all-star 8-man. 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4, your star, 3 star, no star, none. Not a 1. I don't even know what to say. At least we're hiding Jericho amongst the mix, and that lazy motherfucker may be getting the ring for 30 seconds. So, it's weird. It's so apropos though that Jericho's out there, and we had Big Bill and Cardiff. Fucking the crowd came unglued. Yeah, for Big Bill, for W. Morrissey. I hope the domestic fans start doing that everywhere. I want the AEW fans. I'm challenging the AEW fans. If you're truly an AEW tribalist, 1, get rid of Meltzer. 2, back to Meltzer. 2, start being honest. If you love something, make it known. If Big Bill's being buried and we want him booked, make it known. When you go to the building, cheer for those people. If you want Ricky Stark, start chanting, start hashtagging. Tony pays attention. That's why a guy like Dave has been so detrimental. And the people out there that just want to drink the Kool-Aid and turn a blind eye to the flaws, start being honest. This show has so much talent on it. It could get so much better. But we got to stop feeding the monster. We got to right this ship, and we have to be vocal as a fan base. You got to come back to reality. That's really what it is. To reality. Oh, there goes gravity. No, he was in the last match. This one's a hologram. There we go. But we got the YouTube police involved here. The YouTube police of Meltzer should be arrested for impersonating wrestling journalists. So there's a bolo, an APB out there for Dave Meltzer. Meltzer is as much of a journalist as you and I. We report. Oh, more. We have more credibility than him. That fucker. Yeah. But like Meltzer, this is the equivalent. Like we wake up, read the internet. That's all Meltzer does. He doesn't have he acts like he has sources, and every once in a while. If we got to the position that Dave Meltzer was, I think we'd be more of a journalist than Dave Meltzer. Banned from AEW at this point. Shit. Why don't we just take us and push it over there? And we take Dave Meltzer and push him over there. Right. I'll do the full Patrick Starfish shit. I think Primo Ren saying sup, KJ Nick. Sorry. Go ahead. No, that was literally. I felt like I cut you off. Did we get to? Oh, I love this. No, we have not. I don't know what's going on right now. I'm just reading them off. I'm reading them off. React to them at your pleasure after this. So, also after the Hook Jericho match, the Young Bucks, FTR versus the Acclaimed, got 5 stars. 5 stars.
Because we can talk about this all after the fact. And I'm at least going to read these out for the people. Casino Gauntlet with Christian Cage winning got 4 stars. 4 stars. Ospreay versus MJF got 6 fucking stars.
Wait, what did?
MJF versus Ospreay.
That's not a 6-star match. What did the first one get? 7?
I assume so.
Somebody fact check that out there.
I was going to say, you're literally asking me to try to, read this stuff.
We got fact checkers. What did Tuna Meltzer rate the first MJF match with
Jack Perry versus Darby Allin? 5 stars. 5 stars. Danielson versus Swerve Strickland. Yes, for half a match, if you would want to call it a match. Danielson versus Swerve Strickland, 7.5 stars.
Yeah, okay. I mean, again, just give them all the fucking stars. I mean, whatever perfect is, you can kind of give them that. That was what used to be a 5-star match before Dave started doing star ratings with a crayon.
I know who we're about to get. Rosemary!
No way! Rosemary with Wendy Chu!
I saw when I cut back after reading out the stars, and I can see the little blonde hair under the hood and everything. And as Wendy's just like, go get her.
Let's
fucking go. This is something I've been a huge Rosemary fan, even when she was out there with Abyss and all of that shit and everything. But to see Rosemary on WWE television, just let's fucking go.
Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, holy shit. Wendy Chu said she had a special friend for Kalani Jordan, and a hooded figure walked up. Wendy got, directed her out, and it's, as Nick said, Rosemary.
She's so
mainstay. Dude, bring in Rosemary and Jessica Havoc. Like, let's get in. Where's Crazy Steve?
He's out there. Him and Tonga Loa are out there just trying to find the third brown mice.
Right.
But so right now we have Kalani Jordan versus Rosemary on NXT. This isn't Thursday. You're not watching this later on, or maybe you're watching this on a Thursday, but right now we're watching this on a Tuesday. Got the club going up on a Tuesday.
And listen, man, Rosemary in the ring with a uber babyface Kalani Jordan and getting a Rosemary chant in the NXT crowd.
The Hive has wanted this for so long to watch Rosemary out here on WWE.
Mm-hmm. Kalani, big drop kick, Rosemary down.
And that's the thing, is you could get potentially, imagine you had a Rosemary and a Jessica Havoc out there competing for the WWE Women's Tag Titles.
Crazy Steve versus Ravens Flock, AK Jensen. No, you put Crazy Steve in the flock.
Right. Crazy birds of a feather flock together. That's why we work so well.
Yeah. Oh, Rosemary hanging her up. Rolling to the outside.
Anthony I'm not okay. Someone check on Anthony. Someone in the greater Atlanta area. Check on Anthony. Boston, I'm sure you'll be over there waiting to do mouth to mouth.
Rosemary for the win. Is the title on the line? No. This is just a softening up match for No Mercy.
Yeah, this is literally I'm about to challenge you later on this week, because think about it. You're going to have Wendy Chu versus Rosemary?
Right. What? No.
What?
No. Yeah, no. Kalani's going to win anyway.
Yeah, but no, I was saying if the title was on the line.
Yeah, I'm down. Wendy Chu versus Rosemary. I'm in.
I still think Rosemary wins this match.
Rosemary's more interesting than Kalani. Sorry. I defended Kalani last week.
And you instantly, yeah.
That was a quick turn. Got to acknowledge the Spooky Chew gimmick is doing good things for Wendy. MDB. I'm still not sold on it, but it's better than what it was.
I'm waiting for her to be out here handing out the Halloween buckets like McDonald's and shit like that. I feel like that's what it is. It's a little bit like fucking, Halloween Grimace a bit.
Well, Halloween Havoc is coming, my guy. So she'll be ready. She'll probably be the host.
Fucking host. Fuck.
Well, but like they bring in Rosemary, bring in Havoc, bring in Crazy Steve. Like, let's go. Bring in all the crazies.
Just make a new Decay. Just call it Bed Rot, I guess.
You got Tatum Paxley. Maybe Tatum hosts.
Tatum, I would rather host than goddamn Spooky Dookie Chew, unless you're gonna do. If you do Wendy Chu, you have to do it like Scooby Doo.
This is a good question, and maybe Anthony. I know Anthony will be on with us later in the week, but maybe Anthony knows what's up with Havoc. Now we saw her this weekend on Wrestling Revolver.
Right.
She was there for that, but she has not been on TNA programming in a hot minute.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but then again, that's always the issue with TNA is that half the time the shit, you know,
yes! Rosemary pops back up.
Oh,
those knees are double jointed.
Well, hits a spear.
Wow.
Literally, as Kalani's going for the handspring, just spear. You can have that.
I want them to grab Steph D-Lander, man.
I want 100%. Well, that's if you bring in D-Lander, then I still also want Cardona. But I also want Cardona on the main roster. But D-Lander's a great shout. Her versus what she did as Persia Parada is night and day. Like she got everybody got tickets to the dance with her being Persia Parada, and then really got their money's worth.
Oh, moonsault! And well, she was going to win anyway, but
boo.
The champ gets the win. The champ wasn't going to take an L a couple days before the pay-per-view. Let's be job in TNA again.
No, because job in TNA again, because I still follow the rules of wrestling. If you look good on the go-home show, means you lose at the pay-per-view. So I'd rather her take the L here and look good at the pay-per-view. Because I don't need
lose the Chew
with a title belt. I don't believe in Chew. I'm not about this Blue Chew, Wendy Chew, Scooby-Doo. I don't give a fuck about you.
Well, what you're saying, though, is Chew might win. Chew
I don't want it. I don't want that to be even an option. I don't want that to be a thing.
Oh, we got music. Oh, it's Creepy Chew's music. Oh. Okay.
I want to see what the. Oh, this is just bad.
Why is this bad?
Because it's trash. Good night. We haven't explained anything. Why is she fucking spooky? Is she just a goth chick that just like she watches horror movies and fucking she just lives in her bed and watches Netflix now? Is that her fucking gimmick?
She cured her narcolepsy by going crazy. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm not crazy. I'm just a little unwell.
As Wendy Chu putting Kalani to sleep.
As Rosemary's grabbing at the belt. Oh, I thought she was grabbing at the belt. She just handed it to her.
Rosemary versus Chu would be fun. Let's go.
But you already had this with JC Jane. You have this with Nikki Cross. I don't need Spooky Dookie Chew.
JC's Spooky?
Or sorry, Tatum.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I messed up the two brunettes on the fucking show.
Yeah, how did you pull that off?
I know.
Metaphor.
As Lexus King out here. Lexus King looks like he hosts a show on CMT, on country music television.
I was about to say, achy breaky.
That or VH1, something. Billy Ray, not Cyrus. Billy Ray, I might have a virus. Lexus King out here.
I like Sleepy Spooky Chew. She's growing on me. I admit. Nick, calm down.
I'm the one that gets calmed down. You've gone an hour and a half. Fuck Meltzer. And I in 5 minutes get told.
Oh, we got a fight. Mensa and King going at it. Another pull apart. We've had a lot of pull aparts tonight.
Yeah, if it wasn't for last names, they would have called that a meeting of the minds, but you know.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in a commercial break. Not much time left on the clock, but we are still rolling through. Lots to figure out as we are in the middle of the go home show for No Mercy. Going to be a fun weekend here on the channel. Don't forget to tune in. Be a friend, tell a friend. If you can hear my voice right now, take our link, share it anywhere they talk about wrestling. We are growing by the second. We are trying to hit our next milestone, and we are moving fast. So, like I said, we're here all week long. Back tomorrow for Dynamite. Thursday, we got 3. We're going to do 3 preview and predictions on Thursday, a stacked night. Going to go through Emergence. We're going to go through Bash. We're going to go through No Mercy. And then, of course, Friday is a mega stream. We're going to watch 4 shows. Saturdays, Bash Berlin, bright and early. Get up, grab your bacon, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, get a coffee if you will, and tune in. We will be here all Saturday long for the Bash in Berlin, and back at it on Sunday. Right after supper, we're going to go live with No Mercy. This one should be fun. Good build up to this pay-per-view. But, folks, when we say we watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there, it doesn't even begin to be an exaggeration. So make sure you know any wrestling fans, send them our way.
But it's funny to me how this is such a crazy stretch right now of so much wrestling. Right, literally at like the back end of summer and the start of fall and everything like that. But so far, despite even what a announcer might tell you, and there's been some mishaps and what have you, but it's all been pretty good wrestling and all that. Like, we're excited for No Mercy. We're excited for Bash. All In had its good points. Just fuck the ratings. Tony Storm versus Mariah May was a great match. The ending of that, the ending match between Danielson and Swerve was a good match. I still think that you gave fucking 6 stars to MJF versus Ospreay is fucking stupid. But
yeah,
even then, we've still. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna continue bitching and complaining the way I have been for the last 90 minutes.
I love it.
But no, I mean, again, the issue is he's undermining his own shit. Like, am I crazy? Is anyone in the chat right now like, come on, KJ, you know that Tony Storm match sucked? Is anybody else in this chat right now thinking like I'm off my rocker by feeling that way? But to give it less marks than the Jericho match, that's appalling. That's where I say he is a coward. Dave Meltzer is an absolute coward.
Yes, because I can say this from experience of the one time I started like to push back on him on anything and actually question him on anything. I got blocked on fucking Twitter. That's what it is. He does this shit like a fucking 12-year-old would do. That's why he's out there responding to fucking people with, an egg fucking avatar picture and, 10 followers. But right. Artist says this. Well, I first popped for MDB saying right after supper. You said that like a true fucking hobbit. Of what about seconds? What about Thursdays? Right after supper. Right. Well, we've had supper. What about secondsies?
Right. Some tomato, nice crispy bacon.
Trust me. Me and the missus are exactly like that. We've fallen asleep to the Hobbit and shit like that. So much of potato, boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. But no, I love the oversaturation right before the NFL. I'm just saying life is good. And yeah, that is a really good point of we're going to put all of our shit right before the start of football. Yeah. So fuckers, we're going to cast the biggest net. If you ain't with us, then you ain't going to be with us.
No. As we are with Chase U celebrating their tag titles that they won, but Ridge and Andre Chase are your champions. Duke is out, maybe. Oh, Fraxium.
Right. Well, you mentioned Chase U, and I think that might be my cue here for a moment.
How is it your cue to leave when I hate them and you like them? All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nick taking a pause for the cause. We are rolling on. We are in Chase University, which looks like a closet, and Fraxium is here. They want their titles back. What do you think? Should we give them another title shot? Chase U gimmick should end. I thought it was ending twice, so I don't disagree with that. I don't love the Chase U stuff. I don't love the I don't love it. I think if they were like a Chase U tag team, Andre as a single at time can be fun. It has its moments, but it's just been so silly. So silly. As here comes Malik Blade, my hero. That's Riley Osborne. Yes, we have identified our generic white guys. We have got it. We're good. The Tony Storm match was better than the Jericho match and the Mercedes Britt match. The Tony match was better than the trios match. Tony match was better than the tag match. Tony Storm and Mariah May had a really good wrestling match. It told a story. It made sense. It was believable. And it worked. But because some people jumped off some fucking ladders, Dave, are you that simple, Dave? You have 10 men laying around on the floor doing nothing. You're watching them actively sit, crisscross applesauce beside the ring. And because eventually they get up and climb a ladder and jump off it onto somebody, that's worth all the stars in the fucking world? Are you that simple? How about we get you a bouncy ball for Christmas? You can bounce it off the walls and give that all the stars in the world just because it's flippy and it's cool. But at the end of the day, it doesn't make any sense. Tony Storm and Mariah May deserve all the stars. They deserve all the credit. They deserve all the marks. And the fact that Chris Jericho, and nobody around AEW has the balls to tell Chris Jericho how bad he's doing. As we are off to a jump start, Blade all over Jensen. I may be in the minority, but I think NXT being that it's developmental, with a lot of green talent, should stick to 5 TV matches and focus on promos, video packages, interviews, not 8 and 9. I do think it fluctuates, AJ. I think there's some shows that are very match heavy, some are very promo heavy. I see your point, but again, I think you want that in-ring to come. You want them to be able to tell those stories, be able to get in the ring and go. So I think there's a fair trade-off, but yeah, I don't mind. I don't think I ever feel like there's too many matches on the particular show. There you go. There you go. Maybe Meltzer is dyslexic and hence he flipped the Jericho Tony Storm rating. Would also explain the spelling issues, the grammar issues. I don't get how anybody pays attention to Meltzer. I don't get it. He's not a good speaker. He's not articulate in any way, shape, or form. He doesn't come off intelligent. He comes off weird and creepy. He seems temperamental and jealous and insecure. I don't see it. And then he puts out these, I've never seen the articles he sends out to people or his message boards, but I only assume the grammar and the spelling is as horrible there as it is anywhere else. He's awful. I don't get it. I don't get how anybody ever pays him money for his content. If Alvarez broke out on his own, Alvarez would do better. At least when I disagree with Alvarez, he has a reason, and I'd happily have an argument with Alvarez. Dave is just a ring rat. Dave is just a groupie. Dave is just, I don't know. Dave's sad and depressing. Chase U gimmick shit in, got that one. As right now, Jensen in control and Malik. They're good wrestlers doing corny school stuff that isn't needed. It brings down the seriousness of the show. Yeah, and I mean, that's always where I have a bit of an issue with the show, Richard. I do kind of at times feel like the silly stuff really kind of gets to me. You can have silly in wrestling. You just can't have too much of it, right? Can't be too sweet. Too sweet. But yeah, no. Got that one. I love Chase U. There you go. Salute. What's up, Samoan Watchman? Welcome back, sir. Brooks Jensen has no aura. He had an aura. They were doing really good with the online stuff and that he was going crazy and they roped his girlfriend into it. They were doing really well. Him coming back and just kind of being a weird dude that can't get along with people, that's probably not conducive to being in a work environment. Yeah. Got Brooke Jensen for the win. Here comes Brooks, Jungle Boy Jensen. Jungle Boy's older brother. Let's go. Why can't Uncle Dave have his own opinion? I don't agree with the majority of the time, but that's like his opinion, the dude. Because he's not presenting it like opinion. And he's full of shit in addition to his opinion. He has every right to his opinion. You're right, pal. And that's what we welcome here at this channel. We want everybody to have an opinion. The fact is, Meltzer should know better. And the fact is, he has no credibility. I don't believe that's his opinion. I don't believe that's his truth. I don't believe, as Jensen gets the 1, 2, 3. Right? It's disingenuous. It's fake. It's biased at the deepest form. And if you want to be biased, you're allowed to be biased, but at least be upfront about being biased. This is my favorite. You know, we joke about it all the time. Nick's got Tiffy time. I got Lola. Like, we have our favorites where we, you know, slant, we argue. He didn't like Damien. He rather Drew. I was kind of in Damien's corner. It makes for that good wrestling conversation. Dave presents it as facts, and he's condescending to people that disagree with him. And too much of the sentiment of, if you don't agree with me, then you're stupid. You just don't get it. Well, no, Dave, I don't think you get it. It's okay to be sad, Katie. I mean, sad just means secretly a dinosaur. There you go. There you go. Thank you, Spaz, for the super chat. The ringworm. Nah, he's your fucking pond sucker. He's the fish on the side of the tank, the algae eater. That's Dave Meltzer. Because he doesn't really bring anything other than the fact that he swallows and pushes out shit. That's it. That's what he is. He is that algae eater at the bottom of the fucking tank that nobody pays attention to, nobody cares about, and literally just cleans up everyone else's garbage, is a benefactor of everyone else's leftovers. He tries to prop himself up like he's important, and he continually finds ways to be ignorant, to insult the intelligence of the wrestling fan base. And guys like Jim Cornette, guys like Eric, guys like even we had Big Ben on here. He's not the biggest fan of Meltzer. Had to take a break from beating him up. Dave Meltzer has burned so many bridges, and there's so many people out there that even, I believe, if they're nice to his face, they're just being nice to his face for some stars. It is an absolute embarrassment. That's it. I mean, again, these star ratings are disgusting. And that might be his opinion, but if he's sitting there watching that Jericho match and thinks the Jericho match is way better than the Tony match, then we just can't be friends. We're not watching wrestling for the same reason. Fuck you. Even Disco hates him. Everybody, again, not just fans, but like literally people in the wrestling business think he's a joke. Again, he has as little of credibility as anyone I've ever seen. Like I said before, if he was a racehorse, he would have been turned into a glue stick by now. He is like the weatherman of wrestling, where he's just standing up there in front of a screen guessing at shit. I think this might happen. This might happen. We got a percentage of this happening. That's what I think he's doing. Oh, we might get this. How do you go public as a journalist about the death of somebody and it's not the first time, and not verify it? You just heard it through the grapevine. Oh, he passed away. And you go out there. You're so eager to be out there. How do you fuck it up? Like, do your job. And then if you fuck it up, say sorry. We don't get everything right. We don't expect people to be perfect. But what are you doing? Why can't you say sorry? Why are you so above apologizing for the stupid shit you say? Oh, Jacob Fatu is going to go nowhere near Roman. And again, Nick and I had very similar opinion, but it was an opinion. We presented as opinion. This guy presents it as insiders are telling me they're going to keep Roman away. That's the difference with Dave. He's pretending. He thinks he's Clark fucking Kent, and he's not. Super easy, barely inconvenience. All right, I'm back to a commercial, by the way, and I swear to God, for the last 24 minutes, we will get back to NXT, but they're giving me a lot of free downtime to rant and ramble. Nick's just sitting there having a smoke, laughing. Let the motherfucker go. Tom Kululu did a video burying Meltzer. Who is Kolo? I don't know who that is. Listen, there's plenty, and I'm sure I'm gonna fucking splice up this episode and make it the Meltzer hit list. But I promise you guys, the next episode of Court is going to be some type of ode to Meltzer, ode to the tuna. I'm gonna mention Meltzer every. That's Anthony's go-to. The next time we do a dirt sheet, we'll have an argument, and I'll make a point, and Anthony will go, "Oh yeah, What about Meltzer? I'm doomed. I'm doomed. And listen, I think as a wrestling fan, I take such an issue with it because he is divisive, because he is pulling people apart, because he is misinformation, because he is a joke, because he is condescending, because he looks down on people like us here in this chat tonight, us hosting this show. He looks down on us. Oh, those idiots don't know what they're saying. I watch more wrestling than Dave Meltzer, I promise you. And 80% of the wrestling Meltzer watches are in apartment building fucking hallways. But I digress. We got Hank and Tank with OTM. No Oba tonight. Well, speaking of the channels, Oba.
Ho, 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 ho. Hit the button. There we go. Yeah, I'm not our channel's over, not even by a long shot. But no, now you got me of he's out there. He just sucks and produces shit. I'm like, yes, that is exactly it. Of just Dave Meltzer, and then the fucking like fish tank sucker shit just
Right.
on the goddamn logo. We just need. I figured it out. We're gonna have a Dave Meltzer intervention. Dave, we love you and we care about you. And I'm going to be out there. I know deep down in my heart, I still love you. Everything. Yeah.
My intervention might be slightly different. Dave, stop it or else.
You can read a letter. Dear Dave, fuck
What?
you.
Yeah.
So you're going to be out there reading the letter. It's going to be like when Always Sunny had an intervention.
Right.
That's going to be a bit more of what it is. Yes.
Right. Dear Dave.
Oh, so we're main eventing, I assume, but sorry, with Joe Coffey versus Javon Evans, which makes sense. But yeah.
But I also think there's something else on the show. Maybe I'm crazy.
Joe Hendry.
Yeah, the Joe will end the show. And Ethan.
But I've got Joe Coffey coming out right now with Javon already in the ring.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, get your predictions in. Let us know how you feel. Dave Meltzer giving high star ratings for New Japan matches. I'm fine with, but wrong stars for AEW, WWE, etc. It's disgusting and unacceptable to wrestling in general and zero credibility. If he said this is simply my opinion, I'd have no problem with it. The problem is it's not presented that way.
Well, and it's also not even taken that way. That's the thing too, as well. Like what we give is opinions. We do takes, all of that. We're fucking Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith out here. We're giving opinions on shit and giving our takes on everything. We're not quoting anything as fact. We don't know anything. We don't have any sources or any shit like that. We don't have any insider information or anything. But Meltzer's word gets taken like it's fucking gospel. And at times when it's so belligerent, it gets disgusting. Like, think about it. Bryan Danielson had not had a single 5-star match until he signed with AEW, and he's since had 8 before All In.
Yeah, so it's silly. Might as well, like, again, he can do his stars all he wants. Nobody gives a fuck about them except a few guys that want to mark on themselves, like Jericho, whining and crying to make sure that Dave gives them good stars.
Which means matter. Which matters more is probably what I should have said. The stars in Mario Party or Dave Meltzer's stars.
Right? Fuck it.
They're both the same. You just got to pay a little bit to get them. That's all it is.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, dude, I think it's because it's become so predictable. Like, I'm able to say to you, holy shit, Meltzer's going to give the Sasha Banks match better. Even if, let's say, Sasha and Britt tore it down, they would have got a 4, and Tony and Mariah would have got a 3. He only gave Tony and Mariah a 1.5 because he couldn't go higher on Sasha and Britt.
Which is disturbing. And I hope against hope, though, that, like, that's the thing, is that you're wrong with that shit. Like, that's what I was hoping the whole time. I was like, there's no way you're right with that. There's no way that would be a thing that he could actually, undeniably give that a better star rating. Sure as shit he did. And I think you're spot on with he gave Tony and Mariah the rating he did because he couldn't push Britt and Mercedes like justify a 3.5. Then again, he justified fucking 4.5 stars, almost a 5-star match. You're telling me Jericho versus Hook was almost better than any Kurt Angle match ever. And I do mean ever. Like, that's so fucking ridiculous. It's differently abled is the best way I can put that.
The one and only pop or in that match. That's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Big Bill got a big reaction. We joked about Big Bill getting that reaction. And then Taz. Nobody gave a we talked. We joked about Fozzy having the first ever negative attendance at a concert. That the rush to the urinal were overwhelming. That the fucking toilets were overflowing with piss during that match. And get the fuck out of here that it was anything above. Like, just be honest. Jericho, you gave us a shit match. Thank God for Taz. Can we go home now?
I still think that we haven't gotten full past even the surface with some of this shit. As, by the way, MDB, that's fucking hilarious. I am 100% changing my Twitter handle to that tonight. Stephen A. Spliff, absolutely. Spaz with a $10 super chat. I don't even follow Meltsy Poo, but how does he have a following? Because he was one of the first to do it, because he was the innovator, and now he's, rotten to the core. I'd rather have and share real opinions from real people like Good Mike Ware, Joe Cronin, my co-host, Super Sexy Jake DeMarco, Don DeMarco, and you guys. So I'm glad we made the list. But yes. But even with the rest of the ratings for that show, Ospreay versus MJF, again, I reiterate, 6 stars. Again, Jack Perry versus Darby Allin, a match that got cut because they had to make sure they reached the curfew. So you're telling me your coffin match is where you choose to cut time?
Mm-hmm.
You have 37 people on a pre-show and everything like that. Yeah. But your coffin match, your blood feud is where you choose to cut time?
Yeah, why not just get rid of the fucking Jericho match? Are you fucking stupid? Jesus Christ, save it for Collision.
Yeah.
Like, I don't fucking understand why every week I got to sit through a Jericho segment. It's fucking bad.
Folks, it is going back. It's at the wall. It might be gone.
Christ, like, we're short for time. And we joked on the preview show that he was going short on matches because of a curfew, and we were fucking right. So he put 30 people in the fucking pre-show. It's crazy.
KJ is rating again. I love this. Like I said, it's just toss and smash. Like, this is easy work at this point. But that's the thing is, Dave, you are the fuck. I'm going to wait until I'm going to save that, put a pin in that till the end of this show, and then we're just going to come all the way sorts of unglued with this. Is Javon Evans with a hell of a, he hits his little, almost a Tyler Bate in the back spring off the ropes there and into a fucking corkscrew kick as he's going up with a springboard here. Crossbody.
I want to do a fundraiser. Like, maybe I'll create fuck Meltzer shirts. And every shirt we sell,
bro, my birthday's coming up. I normally do fundraisers for my birthday. So should we do? I will turn my birthday into Stop the Meltzer movement. We'll do a fundraiser of everyone just starts canceling their subscriptions to the Observer Network and everything.
Everyone that sends a screenshot, that'd be hilarious. Anyone that sends a screenshot of a cancellation to the Observer gets a $5 or gets a wrestling t-shirt.
We'll send you a t-shirt. Trade in your subscription for a t-shirt. We'll do it like when teams trade away their player or something like that, and you trade in your jersey.
No, we honestly, I want to do like a fuck Meltzer t-shirt, but every t-shirt
I'm
we
telling
sell,
you, we're on a stop the Meltzer movement.
yeah, all the money would go to charity. Like, we don't want the Meltzer money. Fuck him.
Oh, fair enough.
We'll give it
We'll
to
go. We'll donate to a literacy foundation or a writing foundation.
No, we need fucking men's mental health in a big way. Well,
to keep horses out of glue factories and shit. Because every time you mention that,
right?
I just want a Wrestling Observer like glue stick shirt or something.
Yeah, no.
See, you weren't wearing a Wrestling Observer or a Wrestling for Life Network t-shirt. That's why you were getting the little phantom itches and the scratches and everything, because you weren't wearing them fine threads.
Right. Oh, Javon taking down Joe.
Two go. Going up top. As KJ's killing. Absolutely. Again, this is just fun as shit because I just softball. It's like I'm throwing loaded juice balls in batting practice here. Just smash it, my guy.
Javon going up to the top. Thank you. Oh, down on everybody.
Boston. I thought that was crabs. What?
Wait, what?
I don't know. Everybody just stopped. What about crabs? Listen, just because you're from the seashore doesn't mean that we seashores.
Right. Get a comb and a shampoo, my guy.
Right. They have treatment for that shit.
Mm-hmm. And if everybody must know all my business, I had a mosquito on my arm. And I fucking
Well, if everyone must know about Dave Meltzer's musty ass.
Oh, huge cutter.
Discus Lariato.
Hey, headbutt.
1, 2, 3. Joe Coffey gets the win. Did I get ahead of you?
I think you did.
I've got the finish. I am paused at the finish of the pulling tight to Joe Coffey looking at Javon Evans.
Yeah.
Are you there?
I'm getting the arm raised, and then now we're going to the replay of the moons or the cutter.
I gave you his mud, and you're like, nope, you cannot have that.
I was literally sitting here thinking about more Meltzer shit.
I would literally, if this is back to the start of this, of now. I was like, I paused specifically for now, and you're like, I got now. After I already was like, all right.
That's because it came on with now. I'm innocent on that chart.
Fair enough, but I got Tony backstage.
Okay, wait. Sure. Stay with Tony.
Okay, let me know when you got a shot out.
Big win for Joe. I'm coming.
That's what she said.
Tony.
The North American Championship.
I got Tony walking through the kitchen.
Let me know when he pulls back the curtains.
Pause.
Yeah.
I can't get in your room. Oh, okay, curtains.
Okay, and I got Oma's face. You got the title belt.
This is hilarious. Did they just transition into a pre-tape?
Yes.
That's outstanding.
This is what pulled him back with the jamokes there, the fucking lollipop guild there, the fucking half a paisan, the gabagool.
Yeah.
The Goombas, that's what you call them. Why was I taking so long to fucking remember Goombas from Mario?
I have no idea, my guy. Oba is a fucking star, man. Like, this is a guy, put him in movies. Fuck wrestling, put him in movies.
I am telling you, by the time we reach 2030, and I know that's a long runway, and it'll probably happen before that, Oba Femi will be a world champion. Not just in NXT, will be a world champion because this motherfucker has it. And for everybody that's like, he doesn't really do the Nigerian accent. Cool. Well, he fucking does it pretty goddamn well on TV and the fucking character he plays. So fuck it. Kofi got away with a Jamaican accent for a decade.
Yeah, but he doesn't really dig into it. It's just more of a subtle tone to kind of how he, I don't know. I mean, again, it's
the
not
way he presents himself, is the cadence and everything, but he's out here with a goddamn suit vest and everything. Like, he just looks very much of like what everyone wanted with Bobby Lashley is Obafemi. I will say that. What everyone wanted and expected and could have had, potentially, what have you, what everybody envisioned Bobby Lashley is Obafemi.
Yeah. Oba's got that charisma, though. Oba has that little something.
He's got
else.
that swag. He's got that talk it how I walk it type shit.
You see him right now, and you don't see him as being like one of the bad guys on The Wire or some shit. Like, I mean, he looks legit.
Bro, he looks like he's part of the fucking, he's out there with Bishop or whatever his name is, Malcolm, whatever, the dude from fucking Bishop Pope, from Sons of Anarchy and everything like that. Like, he looks like he's playing, his heavier, his boss or something.
Right.
Like, absolutely. As we've got Joe Hendry staring at Drew McIntyre.
That could be a fun thing. Drew McIntyre and, like when Punk and Drew kind of start wrapping up and you need Drew to be a little busy, Joe might be a fun one.
So do we just sign Joe Hendry now?
I think
do we trade you compensatory?
Tradesies.
Right. Do we send you a compensatory package of, picks to be named later, what have you?
Yeah.
For Joe Hendry.
You can have Bobby.
LJ, he definitely going to be in Black Panther. Oh, Wakanda forever, motherfucker.
Right.
Newsflash, Chris Hemsworth does a fake accent too. People play characters. Facts! Adam, you are becoming one of my favorite people tonight. Because goddamn,
I've been on point.
Actual like a motherfucker.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, the world's weird nowadays of just.
But people don't. I know it is this interesting concept to have fusion between two things. People refuse to. Wrestling's a sport. It's 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 a sport. But can't ever take into any account of it's still also a TV show. It's a weekly TV show. It's a weekly entertainment program and everything like that. Like I watched Chris Van Fleet just argue with somebody who's another prominent YouTuber and everything of like, oh, it's all predetermined and everything. Right. But so isn't a fucking TV show or a movie. Like it's the same shit, just through a different lens. Dude, honestly.
I wish someone would come back like an old school heel into wrestling and like walk out and start saying the things they used to say, like "you fat slobs, you ugly."
It's Grayson Waller. That's Grayson Waller.
Like, you literally like fucking canceled. Like
he's out there slapping news broadcasters and everything.
Yeah. It's amazing. I want Rosemary in WWE. There you go. Might not happen, but it was a nice spot this year. Nice surprise.
Absolutely, absolutely, and still. Nice little pop, 100%. Very much still in full effect, that TNA NXT crossover.
Right. Trade Joe Hendry for some NXT women. Jordan needs some opponents. That is kind of true. The knockouts division has been a little bit light.
We'll trade you for Joe Hendry and Jordan Grace. We'll trade you Carly Bright. Fucking the whole Light Bright will trade you a large collective of blonde females from NXT. We'll even throw in a Ren Sinclair and an Izzy Dame just to sweeten the pot. Do you accept?
I'll throw in Ava Rain. We got a deal.
Right. Throw in an Ava Rain. You send us the contract for Scott Demore. We call it even.
Right. What is coming again?
Oh. These are some folks that argue about Marvel on social media. Wait, what?
What we were talking about earlier, before.
Oh. That's when you give him a chop. Does that feel... yeah, that's the Grace of Waller and everything.
Yeah.
Stop trading my TNA wrestlers. Y'all got enough. Build your own stars. Listen, respectfully, we could just buy you, or you can trade with us. So, which would you like? Respectfully.
Right.
Snoop Dogg has his own show. He's on The Voice?
Is he?
Yeah. That's what I was just getting an advertisement for on NBC on the Peacock. Snoop Dogg's out there with Reba McIntyre in the gang as a judge on The Voice.
See that? Wait, well, because he's known for his vocal.
Wow,
but that's the two people I want to see hang out together: Snoop Dogg and Reba McIntyre. I want to be in the room.
Martha Stewart, just
yeah,
with
right
hair.
up there. It's like, let's go. There is nothing Snoop won't do.
But he's managed to be the best example of across every platform. This man sat there and sold lighters that Martha Stewart's out there selling you to light your, 3-wick candle and everything. When Snoop's like, and you can use it for other shit too, dog.
Right.
And that's all he had to say. And you knew exactly what the fuck he meant.
Yeah. No, dude, I say it all the time, and I'll happily debate this till I'm blue in the face. Snoop Dogg has had the most successful entertainment career ever. Nobody has had a career this long. Like, I mean, other people have had long careers, but as far as being a completely cross pop culture, does everything, sells barbecues, smells fucking drugs, weed,
that too.
drugs. No, like, but like, as far as being like, nobody has ran the gambit of Snoop Dogg. Like, the guy's doing a cooking show with Martha Stewart. No one ever saw that coming. But like, for fucking 40 years, he's done it all.
Absolutely. The man has turned the rap game on its ear.
Raining on my parade.
I'll give you that, Boston. I don't even want to fight you on that, because you know what? You can have that, because I got every other Snoop Dogg based product to where this man's selling fucking hooded, robes and shit at Walmart and everything, selling candles and cookbooks and shit with Martha Stewart. You can have that,
right?
He may not be the best at music, but motherfucker, he's the best at marketing. And guess what pays more? Marketing.
I didn't even say anything about his music. Here comes Joe Henry. Speaking of music,
right?
He's in entertainment. There's not many people who have had a career as long and as wide span as Snoop Dogg, and I'll take any takers on that one. But I can list off a ton. But there's a whole generation of people out there that don't even know that Snoop Dogg was a rapper.
Yeah, well, and DJ, what up? I believe in Joe Henry. Yes, we've got. And Snoop Dogg also saved that WrestleMania match. Yes.
Yeah, one of the best things ever.
It's insane.
This is my moment, bitches.
Right? And they said, I don't even think I can name Snoop Dogg songs. Oh, you lying motherfucker, you.
One of his songs is his name, so that should help.
Snoop Dogg, hey, dog.
I love Snoop. I like, as a even fan of his music. I mean, I grew up with all of that, so I mean, now I haven't listened to a Snoop album in like 12 years, but all the old stuff is vintage. It's fucking amazing.
Oh, and that's why, like I said, why I even said with Boston, I agree with this. This will be the last thing I say. Well, before I interrupt Joe Henry here, yes, you are. But I like Snoop as a human being, as a personality. Like, I'm a fan more of him as a human being than I am of him as a rapper or anything like that.
Yep.
And that's why Boston even saying he's probably the most cross-platform, habitual vitamin smoker ever.
Yeah, he's probably one of the reasons why we even considered making it legal.
Right.
There you go.
Hey.
But anyway, enough about Meltzer, enough about Snoop. We got Joe Henry putting on a concert.
Right.
Please feel free to sing.
There's a place I know where the lights are where the beer is cheap and the lights are low. It's Patty's Pub.
It's Joe's turn, Nick.
What?
Joe's turn, Nick.
Liquor and whore. What is he singing?
He's singing about Ethan, and he's got pictures. Oh, wow.
I like, though, how the last time we got a Joe Henry concert, he even surprised Booker with, "You're the number one member of the Joe Henry fan club."
He's making fun of the match that Ethan Page had with himself.
Oh, God.
The green screen match?
Yeah. It's crazy. I remember that, but I've forgotten about it.
Oh, look at this, folks.
Yeah, Bowser, he's going to make sure he's got the pump. Yeah, you're going to do it. Chair, mute Nick. All right, fine. I'll do it myself.
Ethan Socks Believe in Joe is the chorus, folks, if you want to sing along at home. Ethan put on some clothes. Joe. Oh, we get interrupted by the champion.
This is going to still be a hell of a match. And thing about it, that you have a former AEW wrestler, like recently AEW wrestler, taking on a current TNA talent, main eventing an NXT pay-per-view. I know Vince ain't in the grave, but he's turning over wherever he's at with all of this shit.
Mm-hmm. Now the fans are singing the song.
Better diss track.
Believing
Him versus Top Dollar or him versus Ethan Page? Who had the better battle rap bars?
Oh, Joe, we laughed about that. That was the best part.
Well, yes, no, I know Joe, but I'm saying who did he body more? Top Dollar or Ethan Page? Gotcha.
He murdered Top Dollar.
I kind of like this whole David Koresh kind of look with Ethan Page. This very much, Dahmer a little bit mixed with, all that.
The crowd is so loud right now. And Joe is just laughing. Ethan's trying to cut a promo.
Yo, that whole you can literally see the crowd behind him just like vibing. Everybody,
this is fucking great.
And move to the beat.
Is so good. So good, Nick.
Right, and so MDB said this crowd is so great. You just lose his fucking mind. But if you were talking about like what you said earlier, if you moved all of this to Vegas, so then you lose that whole vibe, that whole feel.
Ethan sucks.
That's the thing, though, too.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Naval Rain.
Yeah, right. Now you get the full attire. How do you feel, sir? How do you feel?
It's better. It's better. Look, I've been in a mood all night tonight. Ava is getting a pass. She's good enough.
She at least looks like a secretary. Maybe at least a mid-level manager.
It's a little better. It's an improvement. It did look better when she was behind a desk. I'll be honest.
I've been a fan of her the whole time, so I'm at least here just trying to.
Yo! Special guest referee.
Yo.
And he's here. Nick. Who is it?
Me to introduce myself. My name is Ho. Oh, H to the O-V.
There we go.
Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick.
Trick's gonna turn on Joe.
Yeah, shit. You're the outsider, bitch. Like you ain't supposed to. Like I ain't showing up on Thursdays to fight you for this shit. Like right.
Nah. We need our Joe back until you sign him officially.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Joe Hendry.
I do think you kind of fucking already put the nail on the head there with that, because this is 1, 2, 3. Again, you've done it now, so you're not going to do it again. I think that's why 100% you nailed it instantly right on the head of. You're not going to repeat the same thing. and you've already set this up. You're there, even if he doesn't intentionally turn, even if it's Ethan's grabbing his hand and doing it, what have you. Joe Hendry's not leaving. Pete Dunne. That could be the wild card. Pete Dunne could fuck over Trick and sit there and 3. So it may not be a Trick turn, but you nailed it of Joe Hendry ain't leaving with that belt.
Yeah, Pete Dunne ends the show. They go to the back and Pete Dunne says, Trick, you're lucky tonight, but you might not make it to next Tuesday. So Pete Dunne's going to be at No Mercy, folks.
That's the way you end the show, 100%.
Let's go.
You've got now a special guest referee when you already thought that the stakes were high, and we still could see a Josh Alexander get involved because that little nutmeg is still hanging out there to be potentially dropped into this whole thing. So I overall think that was a pretty good NXT. Had its lows, but it ended on a higher note than I even thought it could have.
Yeah, I admit I might have been slightly distracted for chunks of NXT tonight.
Just go give it a fucking fire and call it a space.
I mean, I think it was I'm okay with a 6 tonight. It didn't blow my socks off, and the ending was a little better. Maybe I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7. I think that when we get on the rants that we do, usually the wrestling itself pulls us back in, kind of like at the end there with Joe and Ethan. We stopped kind of ranting. Tonight there was a lot of opportunity to kind of talk about whatever we wanted.
Yes, but I will say on the contrarian side of my boy, it was cooking. I'm still waiting to see if we can fucking spark that fucking flame back up and reheat the fucking ovens and everything, because that's the thing is it was a split hair. It wasn't like it was really the wrestling's not worth paying attention to. It's no, my man's is going. So right now I got to pay attention to this and this. So I'll go 7 if I'm going on weekly television.
Yeah.
I could maybe be talked into at most probably 7.25 if we're going to split hairs like that, but I'll still stay at a 7.
6.
It was a good show, not great. As a go home show, I don't think it was a great go home show. I think it was a good weekly episode of NXT more than it was a go home show.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like, I got a good
nothing tonight really super sold me on the pay-per-view outside of the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, but I would say Zach and Wesley, I was kind of like, okay, I know we kind of talked over that a lot, but I mean, they're set that up kind of nicely. Oba and Tony, I actually got excited for because of tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think there's Kalani Chu. I mean, it is what it is. That sounds like a pill or something.
If you have a problem with the X, Y, or Z, make sure you take your Kalani Chu. It's got someone just running through like a field for no reason and a dog and shit like that. That would be American fucking commercial for that medication.
Great NXT, 10 out of 10. Yeah, I mean, some stuff in there was, it is what it is. Izzy and Carmen did all right, but it was an okay match by their standards. Yeah, I mean, again, a little bit to be desired. Not a bad show. Again, the pace has been really good. I think No Mercy's going to bang. I'm looking forward to showing up on Sunday for that one.
Well, and Anthony's mentioned Jada smacking the sugar honey iced tea out of Roxanne. That was good.
I want NXT to win.
What?
I want Jada to win, man.
Yes. The NXT delegation would like to draft Joe Hendry next stage. We offer TNA, Carly, Brindley, Kendall, Stevie, and any other blonde woman yet to wrestle. You get a star. So, what would Dave Meltzer rate tonight?
Oh, for fuck's sake. 0 stars. Dude, I mean, again, look what the asshole did to Kalani and Sol Ruka. The fuck is wrong with you? Those two girls go out and do the flippy shit that you love. And even when somebody gives you exactly what you want, Dave, you go, yeah, but it wasn't done by the people I wanted it done by. Shut up. It's fucking stupid. Why would you do that?
One of your AEW girls, Dave.
Yeah. Fucking 2 AEW girls fall down on the way to the ring. Oh, give them all the ratings. They're great. This is amazing. You got these 2 girls killing themselves. Boring. It looked, this motherfucker says, it looked like planned out. It looked like they were,
He's openly admitted that matches were not good and then given them a good rating.
That's my favorite. But
that's the thing. Like, someone needs to take senile grandpa out back and just say, you don't got it no more. Like,
Right?
I know you want to still be involved in this shit, but you ain't got it no more.
Quit.
Listen, Rock, you don't got it.
Yeah, just tap out. It's fucking annoying. Izzy, Carmen, mad. Blade and Jensen. Blade and Jensen was definitely mad. They kind of hit a wall with Jensen.
Yeah, it got weird, and especially now you've got. Did we get any bit of the Sean Spears floating around the chairman?
No,
Which is
no, it's not.
interesting because he's kind of been almost the callus phallus for Jensen here. It
Yeah.
started really well, it lost its way amongst the middle, and it ended really well. Now, if only Meltzer could find, the way to wrap it up on the end of just lost his way. But
Yeah, fucking little Bo Peep lost her sheep. What can we say? KJ, how mind-blowing, boggling that there has been a theory that WWE PC could go to Vegas. All of a sudden, NXT is likely to go UFC Apex. It's a terrible atmosphere. I've seen it by Battleground. Yeah, again, but I think that's just that's what the internet does. They make shit up. And now there's multiple reports that it's not true. So I have no idea. I have no idea, guys.
Yeah, well, the whole UFC Apex thing is part of why I thought that it kind of could make sense with if they're going to move just the Performance Center. I didn't think it was going to be moving all of NXT
It doesn't make
and the
sense.
whole full sale deal to it. Well, that's part of why I thought that, like, that's kind of strange because it doesn't make sense to have the Performance Center in Vegas, but NXT in Full Sail.
Yeah.
And then that's when I saw the reports of, like, no one's talked about that. I was like, all right, that probably makes the most sense here.
Right. Was it an Observer report? Was it is that where it came from? What the fuck?
It's how the mighty have fallen.
The bigger end. Think bigger.
The bigger end.
But we will call out. I think we're good for last call. Get your last thoughts in, your last chats. We'll click through what is there, and we will get to as many as we can. Nick.
I just keep trying to stoke the flame back again. I'm like, can we keep this fucking engine going? But no, I think we're good.
The backstage segment. No, there was I missed the whole backstage segment with Spears.
What?
I think we were too lost on Meltzer.
You got that Meltzer madness in you.
I miss Spears altogether, folks. Bad wrestling fan.
But I mean, warranted though a bit because at one hand, Sean Spears, you kind of figure where they're going with him, but he's a little bit like Charles Mason from like House of Glory, a bit of like, you kind of don't fully get what the fuck's going on, but you know it's supposed to be creepy.
Right? It's odd that Lola, the posters get made in advance. But yeah, I guess she didn't make it. I was wishful thinking.
Give it time.
Right. We got that one. I think it feels like filler because most involves wrestlers from TNA showing up, but the Rosemary cameo made sense because Wendy Chu and Decay kind of works. Yeah, I mean, again, it's just a nice little thing, right? And you bring in surprises here and there. Somebody asked about Moose and Oba. Don't rule it out. Moose could show up on Sunday.
Give that to me. I think we've all been that of like, just give it to me. If that match happens, whether it's fucking Emergence, Bound for Glory, whatever TNA pay-per-view name or any NXT pay-per-view name, just I need that to happen. Ho, 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 ho. You see, you cursed Meltzer, and now he's cursed you.
No, I mean, again, I know I had a lot.
Just no. Just fuck you and your curse.
Right? Take that back. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Orlando and Las Vegas demos are different. Orlando tourism is different than Vegas. Florida is better for wrestling.
Yes,
sure.
I don't work for a travel agency, though.
Right.
So I respect the game. I respect the name, but you can have that. That ain't what I'm mad at.
Yeah, but logistically, it just seems silly to have them in two different places.
Oh, it's dumb. I don't think it's happening. But that's, again, when you're in a fake Meltzer world of, wrestling, journalism and everything, that any sort of report that you go with that gets any bit of traction becomes factual, actual. Like, think about it. This man pronounced a man unalived as he was sitting there fully with a heartbeat and breathing through his lungs, and just gets to sit there and say, my bad. Fuck you, my bad. Because there's fucking family members and shit that would see that. There's people that care about these fuckers and everything that would see that. And, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. You just get to go, my bad, and just walk away. Like, you pronounce someone being unalive before they were unalive.
Yeah.
That doesn't pass in any other form of fucking media or news or reporting ever.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Nick. Absolutely. Where was it? MDB. Thank you for that. But ladies and gentlemen, as mentioned already, we are back tomorrow for Dynamite. We have Sunday No Mercy. Saturday, we're going to Bash in Berlin. Friday, the mega stream, 4 shows and maybe more. Plus Thursday, 3 previews and predictions, all in one jam-packed night. Plus the return of the chapeau that runs the show. He's been missed, and he can be on screen and try and stir the pot. But it's going to be a fun week here on the channel. We got so much more coming your way. We're working on new shows. We just established what our next court episode is going to be. The lynching of Dave Meltzer.
No. You cannot say that.
Yes,
No.
A verbal lynching. But ladies and gentlemen,
it is the intervention. It is the intervention.
Either way, he's getting his ass kicked. But we thank you guys for being a part of the show. Follow us on all our social. Follow us on everywhere we go. I don't know. I'm not listing them out, but go check them out. Get some merch, and we will see you as the week goes on. Be a friend, tell a friend, and let's see if we can make this weekend the biggest weekend in the channel's history. And as soon as you leave here, hashtag fuck Meltzer. Nick.
Hashtag stop the Meltzer. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you talk about that wrestling, they put that full life with it.
See you on the flip side, folks. Come back tomorrow.